Peace to the family. My name is Oye Sun, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. I am your favorite astrologer. And tonight we're going to be kicking it about some good stuff about this astrology class that I am teaching. Y'all must be sending out messages to like everybody right now, because I'm still getting texts and people are like asking me different questions. But this is wonderful. Good. I am live right now. Go to the IG bio. Link is there. I'm acting like it's a Mercury retrograde. These mistakes I'm making, they're like rookie mistakes, but it's okay.
You know that's right around the corner, right?
It is. I know it is. That's why I'm like, okay, what's going on?
Yep, shadow starts next week.
Of course, some of my students will try to stunt and get out here and get busy, and that's okay. We will help them, okay?
We're not stunting. We just dropping a little knowledge, getting everybody up to date, up to speed.
All right, let's get it popping. So, what I want to do is share the screen and just get right into it. Some of you are already in the course, right? When you sign up, this is the page that you will go to. Keep It Simple Astrology course from high level to eye level. If you have not joined yet, you'll click join the course. If you want to come through, the course right now is $150. It is going up. I think I'm gonna either take it up to $260 or take it up to $170. I'm not sure, but it is going up because I just rock with the vibration 8 real heavy. And yeah, that's that. The other piece is once you have signed up, you just click on your astrology course module 1, and you'll see week 1, lesson 1, week 1, lesson 2, week 1, lesson 3. You hit play, 8 minutes and 43 seconds. Probably the longest videos is maybe like 12 minutes. The royal family. Woo, this one is like the classrooms. So anyway, all right, peace. And it says Coach K because my name used to be Coach Kair. So I'm definitely not about to go remake this whole course just so I can be like, my name is Oye. So it's all good. A lot of people still call me Coach, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But basically, you're gonna need a notebook. So my dry erase board is how I teach. And basically, if you copy everything down or write it in your own forms, the blue, the green, the black, and the red ink colors, those definitely make a difference. So you're gonna need like, if I stop sharing for a second, y'all see this pen? It's got all these different colors on it. You're already a gangster. Just go ahead and get your whole bag of these right here. You know what I'm saying? From Amazon, $6, $8. Just get you a whole bag, right? Back over to the course. When you finish module 1, wait a minute, it says some people in the waiting room. When you finish module 1, when you get down to the bottom, lesson 5, lesson 6, you can enter your name, email, phone number, comment, and you attach your files because there's always going to be homework. There's always going to be homework at the end of every module. But that's why I'm doing the Q&A classes, because when you finish module 1, you're gonna go to module 2, module 3, module 4, module 5, module 6. So a lot of people was asking me like, so what days are you gonna be doing the class? There's no way in the world that I will be doing a live class for people. I do live Q&A, you watch the video, and then I'm gonna come and answer your questions. So I sent out a survey earlier today to everyone who has already joined as a student, and then you all will be picking the times that I'll be doing the Q&A. I'd like to do it once a week, but if I have to do it more than that, then that's fine. It just depends on what people put down. So after you finish module 1, you just go back up to the top of the page, go to the drop down, click on module 2, blank charts. You download this file so you can have blank charts if you want to draw on them. Or you could just go and type, you can type blank. I'll show you how to search for all these things too, like blank astrology charts, and you click on images, and you could use, several of these. It's some of these I don't like for different reasons. Some of them I like more than others. Don't get anything that's got the signs already inside of it like this. Don't use that. So whichever one I chose, eventually you'll be able to know how to use one of these, or that one. That's a lot going on right there. I probably wouldn't use that because I'm a Virgo rising. I want to get straight to the point. I like this. So, but the one that we all will be on the same page is if you just go here and just click download the files, a blank astrology wheel, just in case you don't like drawing every wheel like I do. Then you have week 2, lesson 1. How long does it take? Somebody asked me earlier, like, how much time per week should they allocate to this? I don't know. I don't know what else you got going on. So I can't tell you you should do 2 hours a week. The more you put into it, the more you're gonna get out of it. If you take your time and you not taking it serious and you just going at whatever rate you want to go, then that's on you. If you got children, especially if you got bad children, let me talk to them. My voice, for some reason, soothes bad children. I said soothes, didn't I?
Well, can I get your phone number?
That's gonna cost.
How much?
It
Because
depends
look,
on
I
depends on.
need daily phone calls with these ones.
Are you? I need
Mine too.
I need social security numbers if y'all gonna do all that. First off, that's a benefit for students. That is definitely not for just strangers. I would not be calling your child. But if you're a student and your child needs calling, I would definitely FaceTime that ass. That's for certain.
Oh,
But
I'm coming. Oh yeah, I'm coming.
but that's gonna be another sensitive subject because I also am a relationship coach. So if you ain't got a male voice in your house that's talking to your kids like I'll be talking to them, we're gonna use your chart to figure that out so you get what you need. Because I also do not teach independent Black women who think they don't need nobody, don't need no help. Okay, let me just be clear on that. We all need somebody and need help. So if you think you don't need nobody, it's the wrong class for you. Okay. Um, when you finish, how do you graduate? And like, what's at the back of the graduation? So after you finish, all the way through module 6, you will know, well, of course, your chart will be memorized. That's one. You have to memorize your chart, and then you also have to give me a reading. Meaning you have to read me. I'm gonna give you my birthday, 5/17/70, 2:44 p.m., Atlanta, Georgia. And then I'm gonna sit back like this, and I'm gonna let you go. I would rather it be live, but I have had some students in the past who recorded it. It was a nice session too. Did very well. Once you have read me, then I will teach you how to rectify a chart. So if you heard me talking about birth times are wrong, and you're just gonna come here and think that you're just gonna learn how to rectify a chart and then be out, you will not learn how to rectify a chart until you read my chart. So if that was why you were coming, then trick or treat. I already got something in the trick bag. I got a deep trick bag, so don't try nothing, right? Let's keep everything up on board with a whole bunch of integrity. Um, let's slow down for a second, and I want questions. First off, if you already my student in the chat, press 1. And if you have not signed up for this course as of yet, press 0 so I can just see who's up in here for a quick second. So I got a lot of 1s up in here. Okay. Couple of 0s that can easily turn into heroes. And as the sister told me earlier on my 2 o'clock session, after we was talking, she was like, I don't even see why people are waiting. She said your course is less than a zip of weed, which is an ounce of marijuana. You know what I'm saying? So for those of you who smoke heavy, one thing that I got, and I used to be the weed man ain't gonna give you no lifetime access to his weed. I'm gonna give you lifetime access to this astrology course. So even if I take it off of the platform it's on now and put it somewhere else, you'll still have lifetime access to it. Yeah, so like I said, you go to the weed man and be like, yeah, let me get lifetime access to this purple bubblegum kush. He gonna be like, you better get your ass up out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, I see we got some peoples up in here. This course is very child friendly, so it's basically for everybody. Edith said she took the course in 2015. So I'd like to know, Artemis said as soon as she said that I bought the course. Those people who are not students, do you have any questions right now? So I'm looking for those who are not students. Do you have any questions or comments on what I have said, shown y'all so far?
I have a question. So, I mean,
Name
oh,
and your
hi, Shay, Dallas, Texas, Team Virgo.
Okay, come through. What's up?
Uh, well, I know I'm in your Moon Magic class and your 365 Prosperity class. So, my question is, when I get this class, because I kind of know like what my moon sign is in. I know my moon sign is in my first house. So will it like go into detailed depth on, what it really means? Because I didn't read so many different things it could mean. I know it means self, but like what about self? Like,
So
'cause,
let me, I didn't mean to cut you, but I'm gonna just say you are definitely paying for clarity. You will have clarity. You will know how to make your own sentences using every planet, every sign, every house. You're gonna be speaking grammatically when it comes to astrology. Then you will know how to interpret, because there are 60 interpretations to moon in Libra. There's 60 interpretations to moon in the second house, but which one is right for you? So you have to learn how to write your own joint. So yes, and plus you are already cheating because you already got the moon magic course and you got the prosperity 365. So you understand energy management and you understand rituals. So for
right,
those of you who don't know what my moon magic course is, this astrology class will also be covering magic. We'll be talking about how to do certain rituals. This is a sorcery, tantra, business class. This is a marketing class. It's all in one, and human design will be sprinkled in there with it. So yes, there will be plenty of clarity on you because you have kids. Remember, this ain't even for you. It's for whoever little naughty piece of head you over there struggling through right now. It's so that they can sit down in front of the camera, because I had somebody on the 2 o'clock saying, well, I have to go all the way through it and then make sure I get it and then I can teach it to them. No, pull out the pad like you be doing, set it up, press play, let them look at me, make them write it down. Simple. Don't try to, you can't teach this yet because you ain't learned it. So, but if you got your children learning at the same pace, or they may be in front of you, then when it's a Q&A class, I want to see her on there. That's how I be crying. I am soft on the inside, really tough on the outside. So when I see the children come, like my man Darwin came one time and had he had him and all his 3 children sitting at the table asking questions. And I'm over here like, if Mercury is how you think, it rules the 6 houses. Yeah. Like, that's how I want to do. That's how I want somebody to make me cry. That's how I get mine off. Okay. So, excellent question. All righty, all righty, all righty. Anybody else got comments, questions, or feedback out here in these streets?
Can you hear me?
Who's that?
This is Justine. You keep pronouncing my name wrong, and I'm deeply offended.
Ooh.
That's not my question though.
Hold on, let me get you together. Let me get you together. Let me apologize. I am public to you and your ancestors.
Taurus,
Justine, how are you?
I'm gonna need you. Come on now. But so listen, I just wanted to ask if you cover human design in your course, or if you have like a separate course for that.
I's a busy person, so I can't do both, but we're gonna do human design is included. But see, the thing with that I'm teaching differently is most people jump into human design have no background in astrology.
Right.
Like this is what the real human design chart looks like when you look at the whole thing, right? It could be a little intimidating. It was for me. I was introduced to human design in 2010. I have my library for human design. I think it's only maybe like 2 other people. Their library is bigger than mine. I've been collecting since, and I'm talking about like PDFs. So I have astrology books, I got numerology books, I got cartomancy books, I got all type of stuff. I'm gonna be slanging at y'all. Take this, take this, take this. If I don't have it, I'll be like, go over here and buy it from this place, yada, 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 right? So the human design will be sprinkled in. It'll be more heavily human design near the back end, right? So for instance, if you come in right now and have a human design question, I'm going to ask you some astrology questions for you to qualify to even ask me about human design. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I got you. I found out what human design was today and was just super interested. So it's perfect that you're doing this.
Roger that. So what you all can do is go over to my YouTube channel. If you do not want to take this course, if 150 or whatever is too steep for you, if you ain't got the money, one sister early days, she was like, I'm just checking out your content. That's great. But you can come right over here and look at all these videos that I have. Oh, ye son, I do astrology. Also, if you go and you look in my playlist, you will be able to find the Human Design Starter Kit, which after we get organized a little more, I will send that out. This is right here. So this Human Design Starter Kit, when you go into human design on YouTube, it's very unorganized. Matter of fact, y'all can have this right now. Take this, drop this in the chat. Put that right there. Voila. So if you don't never want to talk to me again and you like, man, this, that, and the third, there's a whole playlist on human design starter kit in what I call the most effective essential order for you to get it piece by piece and let it unfold versus just jumping around, because they have a terrible, terrible order of things, in my opinion, on the net. You're going to learn a lot of this stuff by practicing. Practice, 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 practice. People be talking about how much time you dedicate to study. I practice all the time. I'm just always practicing. I'm in the bank and I'm practicing. I see some kids selling water, I'm practicing. Definitely I see a cute young lady, I'm practicing. Somebody say something witty or something like that, I'm practicing. I met a cat worth a couple $100 million, I'm practicing. You ain't got time to pick up a book all the time. The internet may go down. This is a course that you will be able to do astrology in your head, all right? But we also going to use the computer. I ain't gonna tell, I'm gonna tell you which apps I use, which ones are the easiest, which ones I like the most for free and for that you got to spend some bread on. I use Astro Gold. If you come into this class, you might as well go ahead and get Astro Gold. You're gonna need an Astro Gold. You're gonna need a My Body Graphs account, which is free. And then you're also going to need astro.com account. These are 3 things you're gonna need. I don't know how many birthdays you have. Start collecting birthdays. More birthdays you have, the easier this course is gonna be.
A quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're saying that with the human design, that you have to know because you said don't even ask a question. You're going to ask questions about astrology if I have a question about human design, because this is my question, I guess, is I was engulfed the past 2 days with this human design ever since we had that conversation. And I've been very drawn to astrology, but for some reason, like I started reading a lot of stuff on the human design and I'm just like so intrigued. But do you suggest dialing back and diving into the astrology first?
If you my student, then you got to roll like I'm teaching. So if you have a human design question and you're my student, the first question is, what module are you on? So what would you say right now? What module are you on?
Well, I didn't have all this, so I'm new. I'm a newbie.
So today you probably would get a pass, and I will do a basic breakdown of human design and how I will be drizzling it on. So that's an excellent question. And let's just do that right now. So if that's your question about how I'm going to be teaching it or how I'm going to be adding it with astrology, or do you have a question that's just strictly human design based?
I mean, it's not a specific question. It's just you mentioning knowing astrology, but like the past 2 days, I've been engulfed in like learning about the human design. So that's I didn't know I needed to know the astrology piece first. But you're saying that's necessary.
Oh, in this class, absolutely.
Okay.
So this is my homie. She's in Georgia too. KnowYourDestinyCards.com, because this is associated with astrology. You're gonna be learning this too. So let me put it. Let me explain it to you in a way. I like using street terminology to get my point across. So let's change that to that. Keep that right there. Where is okay, here we go. Astrology is my wife. We've been together the longest. She's like some really high-end marijuana, just some good, mellow me out. I can smoke her, nothing is gonna happen to me. She's reliable. This Mary Jane, she ain't never let me down. She's never cheated on me. She owned half or not more of all my assets. So I say astrology is like my weed. Then I started studying this right here, this destiny card. This is crack, because you can learn this so fast and so quickly that when you mix this with your weed, we call it dirty blunts or buffos, or whatever we used to call it back in the day. It's just terrible, but you just get high so quick. But destiny cards is so accurate and so bananas. I'm not gonna let you learn astrology, and I'm not gonna turn you on to the crack. This is heroin. That's why you got pulled into the thingy. I know exactly what happened to you. Exactly. That vein, somebody started tapping on that vein, that thing hit you one time, and you was like, more. Let me get some, hey. And then you needed a fix. And so I'm trying to get you to where you smoke a little something, then hit a little something before you go to the vein, and you do it in increments so it's safe. So you can understand what you're doing and you can grow probably at a more rapid rate than if you just go to human design and start banging on the vein, and then there's no rhyme or reason, because these white people at human design, and I already said, if it's somebody white that's taking my courses, you will hear me make references to white people because you already run everything. So don't come talking about he this or that. I ain't got enough money to be racist. You hear me? So I'm just telling you, the white people over at human design, they kind of want to keep it to themselves, because the dude who created human design, he basically, even what came through this white dude, is really the answer for black people. I really do like human design at this point a little better than my wife, but I ain't gonna forsake my wife because we together. So I have a poly relationship with astrology, cards of your destiny, which is cartomancy, and human design. We getting big money. My relationship is harmonious. You just at my house. It's peaceful over here. Ain't no crazy vibes. And it's because I got the right folks on my team. So I can only teach what I know and what I practice. So if you ask me about something, I'm gonna be the first one to be like, I don't know. But I might know who does have it, but it's not in this particular thing. So we will be going over human design. I will be sprinkling it along the way. But if you come in and you have human design questions, I'm not gonna have a problem with that. But if you start trying to turn it into a human design course and you ain't got your basics in astrology, then you'll just be sitting over there looking crazy, because I'm not getting ready to go back and forth with you if you don't just get your fundamentals right. I'm a martial artist. I teach Tantra too, but I won't let anybody learn Tantra unless they learn Tai Chi first, because that's how my teacher gave it to me. So there's levels to this. I teach the old school way, nice and slow. I'm in no hurry. My nephew is 13. So if all of y'all be like, well, you moving too slow, I could care less, because Vincent is 13 and he ain't even interested in astrology yet. I'm doing all of this waiting for my nephew to get interested. You feel me? But I know it's 10 of y'all in here right now that y'all will stay up all night long to 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning if I go in right now. And y'all will be smoking and drinking and trying to stay up and fixing your hair and missing work tomorrow. Those are the students I'm looking for. I'm also looking for students who kind of like, yeah, I can just put this in my time schedule, but it's gonna be something that's gonna happen. Like this Mercury retrograde is coming up. I love it. Guess who I'm gonna be talking to? Y'all. I ain't gonna be all on the internet, on Instagram, trying to make something up, trying to get no bunch of followers. I'm straight. I got a ton of other things I need to be doing with the entheogenic community, with the cannabis community, with my own personal business that I have, my own personal relationships. So if only 7 of y'all take this course, it'll be 7 of us hauling ass doing what we do, okay? Jamie, how did I do? Did I answer that question?
Sorry, I was muted. You did, because that was a perfect description with the heroin. I was like, ooh, I was like, I want more, I want more. But now it makes sense. Like there are levels to it. You have to learn one piece to understand the rest of it.
Right. It's a whole bunch of heroin addicts wish they started smoking weed first. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of them. Then it got too expensive. And human design is very expensive. This is one of the reasons that none of us will be charging less than $100 on a reading, okay? Let me just start here. If I catch anybody, let me take Jamie out. If I catch anybody in my course on Instagram, social media, anywhere talking about you doing something for $11.11, $22.22, $44.44, we fighting. I'm gonna send somebody to your house, or I'm gonna put a spell on you, or I'm gonna put a candle on you, or whatever. We're not doing that. There's no broke people over here. You can take this and never go and get one client, and you can take it and use it in your own life and your own business to make a lot of money. Or you can take it and add it to what you do. Let's say you were a Reiki practitioner, or you do tarot cards and oracle cards, or you do massage work. Now you can be like, I also offer this. And it's $150 an hour. It's $350 an hour. It's $1,000 an hour. It's $1,500 for one reading. It's $3,000 to sit with me for a half a day. These are the type of people, the kind of conversations we're going to be having here. If you're not interested in doing $1 million, I am not I'm not the teacher for you. And I can show you some other people who teach where they focus like more just on super astrology, but it's a holistic thing. And you're going to learn that in the very first two modules. The first module, the first two videos in module 1, you can understand about the holistic piece of astrology, royal god astrology, taught by, big shouts out to my super G. You got to go to YouTube. So somebody was like, oh, I got to check out your content. All right, this is what you do. If you want to know about me, you click on what's going on here? It's okay. You go to YouTube and you type in SYSTARH MYRAH and then type in Kair. That's my mama right there. So you see this black woman sitting here on this stool? Every one of y'all are being her lineage. This is Big Mama. She is the nastiest. She don't do human design though. She does candle magic, tarot cards, and astrology. She's not teaching right now, right? Sister Myra on the Royal Black Cosmic Family of Energy, number 5. We posted this 11 years ago. This was like when I first got out of prison in 08. You can only put 10 minutes up at a time. So if you want to understand whose lineage you are on, peace everybody. We are back in the house. Come over here. Now we're getting ready to go and give you the full scope of the door. She just nasty, but she don't teach classes no more. I don't know. She might want to teach, but maybe I could get her to come and like just do a class. But when she goes in, she goes all the way in. If you want to Google us on Super Bowl, you can just type in MYRAH. We used to do all the Super Bowl predictions on my Blog Talk Radio for like years and years and years and years and years. So a lot of people have now put some of those on YouTube and things like that. But yeah, so we will also be talking, we're gonna be talking about a whole bunch of stuff. Comments, questions, feedback right now from non-students, and then I'm about to open up for students who have questions about any module that they're in currently, so non-students can see what this will look like. So this is the last piece I'm about to, Tiffany Mobley, yes ma'am.
Oh dang, you see my whole government? All right, it's okay. But I feel like I was gonna put my hand down because she said something about Reiki, and I was looking into that as well. So I was just wondering how far does that tie into that?
I got Reiki plugs for you. I won't be teaching Reiki, but I got the Reiki people. I mean, I don't even like saying I'm a Reiki master, but if you want to get certified in Reiki or something like that, we can find somebody for you. Where are you?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh yeah. That's easy breezy. So I like to, and that's one thing I like to do is vet people and show you how to vet people. So this astrology course, you'll be able to go to the person in Cincinnati who says they know Reiki and then pull their chart and be like, what's your birthday? And then you come back and be like, is this a good fit for you to even learn and study from them?
Yes.
Right. Instead of them trying to talk you, instead of them just trying to talk your ear off.
That's very important, actually, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of ear talkers out here.
I'm finding that out slowly but surely, who you revolve yourself around.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you. Was that your only question?
Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely. Let me look at some of the questions. Adrian says, it is. I'm just not sure what to do with the information. How do I use it to unlock my design? I guess I came all the way in at the bottom of that. Yeah, a lot of y'all, if you're already doing human design and you take this astrology piece and slow your roll and let me walk you in the door, you will run it. You'll run it. Human design is for Black folks. But you need a foundation in astrology so you can understand some of the additional dynamics. You could just go in and learn gates, channels, profiles, incarnation crosses, and your food habits and things like that, and you could still be dope. But there's gonna be some places where you empty. Also, nobody in human designs knows how to rectify a chart. So I know somebody's on here like, I don't have a time of birth. So what? We're gonna take care of that. Also, for my students, we will be going through and making sure you do have the right time of birth. So I may do a Q&A strictly where we make sure that your time of birth is right. For right now, it don't matter through the first 2 modules, whether you got the right time or not. Just do your homework, okay? I hope everybody heard that. Somebody's about to wait 20 minutes and then be like, wait 5 minutes and be like, yeah, but I don't know if I can get through this. I ain't got the right time. Man, put 428 in there and keep it moving. AM or PM, I don't care, because it's an exercise. You're just exercising. There's no way. Did you know that the most, what do you think the most, in a pawn shop, what comes in and out the pawn shop the most? TV. Guitars. It's the most good. It's always more guitars in a pawn shop than it is a TV, because jokers don't want to practice. They get inspired. They get the guitar. They don't sound like Prince. In 3 months, they done took it back. So y'all gonna be hitting reps. When you be seeing jokers out there running up and down the steps and wide receivers, that's you. Take off. Here go another time. 11:18 a.m. Birthday, June 6, 1984. What's this? What's their what house is their son in? You're supposed to get that off the top of your head. Whoop. Everything's an open book test though. I will never ask you something where you can't open the book, except for you memorizing your chart. Calculations, you can go in the book, but if I ask you where your Saturn is at, where your Pluto is at, you better be able to have it degree, house, and sign. Somebody said, we did my chart, but the place of birth was wrong. Is that a big deal? No, because we do this thing like Rakim. It ain't where you from, it's where you at. I don't use place of birth. Once again, the white man. If you were born in Puerto Rico, but you stay in Utah, those are different energy grids. Come on, let's go over here. This is called astrocartography, what we're about to get into real quick. Is this? No. Yep. So let's just pick somebody. Somebody y'all don't know. Everybody's like, me, put my chart up. No, thank you. This is one of my favorite astrologers. He's in Nevada. We always will be using extended chart selection. We always will be using equal house. But when you click on special, you can come down and do astro map for North America. And then you're going to see these lines running through different parts of the country, right? So it's funny, she asked a question and she got kicked out of the room, but it's okay. These lines will help you look at some patterns in your life. Like you kind of want to stay away from your Saturn line. So this person has Saturn way up here in the corner. So nobody stays up there in the Arctic, right? But then what do you want to do in your life? Do you want to write? Then maybe you want to move on this line where Mercury is at and all the keywords Mercury brings. Are you looking for a better relationship? So this person does better in relationships on the West Coast than they do up north in Maine. All right. So it depends on what you are looking for. Okay. So that's why we don't use where you were born. You can use where you were born in a human design. I ain't really tripping off of that. But when we go to astrology, we use where you stay. I was born in DC. I stay in Atlanta now. It's a different energy grid running through Atlanta. I don't need somebody reading me. I'm paying you $500 to do a chart reading and you give me information for DC. I don't stay in DC. I need right now information. Also, if you're in my course, most of you will become predictive astrologers because at the end of the day, your clients are going to be asking you when and how. How means you're going to have to be able to use strategy and weave things together and get them to open their eyes, right? But the when piece, you're going to understand transits. I'm going to teach you this thing from cosmophysics called the number line, and voila, you'll be able to basically know what's coming. If you want to go out 1 week, or if you want to go out a whole 60 days or 90 days or whatever, but you probably won't go out a whole year because there's so many things that's happening in between that, especially if you already have my other two courses. If you have my Moon Magic course, this course will strengthen it more for you because then you'll know what the signs are. My Moon Magic course I have is just showing you the 8 rituals, how to write the goals out, how to produce in 28 days. But I didn't teach you anything about keywords or signs or anything like that. So if you already have my Moon Magic course, it's going to take you to another level with your Moon Magic. If you take this course, you might end up saying, hey, I want to try the Moon Magic course. That's going to make you doper too. So like all of these kind of like, all of my stuff kind of runs together because I want you to have more revenue and better relationships. All right. Somebody says, do you use geneticmatrix.com? I do have that on my telephone. It's just not my go-to. I like my body graph. I gotta go and get on this application call. Peace. Okay, Jen. Yes, go get them. So yeah, so when you sent me that message about we did the chart and we had the wrong city, I use the city where you stay at. So I don't use your birth chart. I mean your birth city unless you still stay there. Kim, you got your hand raised. What's popping?
Oh, just what you actually somewhat answered it just now when you said you use the time. I'm not sure the specific word you used, but I wanted to know if in astrology.
What's going on with the roof? We can't see nothing. Okay, yeah.
So I wanted to know if you utilize a bit of degree theory in the astrology class, but it sounds like you do, but in a different way because you said something about a cosmic line. Did I hear that correctly?
A timeline from cosmophysics.
Cosmophysics. Okay, so it sounds like it's similar to the degree theory.
The degree. So what's the degree theory? I mean, in your interpretation, I may call it something else.
Right, that's what I'm thinking. So apparently, your degree can represent, well, the first 12 degrees represent a specific sign, and then it repeats. So, you know, the degrees go all the way up until 30. So there's this thing, I'm sure you probably heard about this, but you can utilize that theory to break down your specific degree more specifically to your character and things that may happen. And depends on what you're looking at. So this, it sounds like
this is why the course is called Keep It Simple, because somebody crazy intelligent like you and crazy smart like you, you'll find that and go dig down that hole and don't have no fundamentals. Because you be studying that, but you won't know how many minutes are in a day. So that doesn't matter. Say what?
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, so if you ain't got the fundamentals together, you know what I'm saying? Like a man.
But that's what I was just asking if that's a part of the class. I'm sorry. In a way.
You'll understand what deacons are, but not that piece what you're talking about. I don't feel that that's necessary. I wouldn't call that, I wouldn't consider that simple. I mean,
That's more predictive though. It's utilized more so towards predictive from what I've been seeing.
Yeah, but we have the simplest, I have the simplest predictive measure that as long as you can count to 30, you can tell what's popping. But you're gonna have to,
right. That's how they break it down. Like they use the same 30 degrees. But I'm not debating. I'm just it sounds about the same. I'm still gonna jump in because I already did Moon Magic. I already did Prosperity 365. I've been doing my basics of astrology since then for past 2 years. So yeah, I'm jumping. I'll just jump in.
Come on, man. I just got finished saying if you got Moon Magic and 365, what
Yeah,
are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I just wanted to see how deep it goes. That's why I was wondering if you just do but it sounds like you do. You just do it a different way. That's all.
Yeah.
I got my theory from a Siberian guy. So, I mean, hey,
Then
Nicola.
You gotta go.
Yeah, I got his book.
Then you gotta go ask Nicola.
No. I'm using both. Remember, all right. So you did a 2 o'clock and this kid asked you which one's better, Vedic or Western, right? You said you got to use the both. That's what I'm doing with y'all.
I ain't said you got to use the both. I said
I said whichever resonates.
It won't hurt.
Excuse me. Sorry.
It won't hurt. We don't throw any styles under the bus.
Right. That's what
I done
seen
some decent Tai Chi folks. Who that with all the babies up there? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Miss Mobley. Come all the way through with the future, with these future keep it simples up in the building.
I'm about to say they don't leave me alone at all. So
they're beautiful.
You'll see them a lot.
That's good.
They are beautiful.
When it comes time to learn handwriting,
Thank you.
when it comes time to learn handwriting, they'll be writing out Sun, Moon, Venus, Mars, Saturn, drawing pictures of the planets. That's how you really, get their mind activated. So I got something for the babies, don't worry. But Kim, please, when you get to that piece and you say, this is what I was talking about, then bring it back up and bring the book, because it ain't nothing that we won't cover as long as it triggered it along your particular learning pattern. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
I'm more concerned with you mastering the tools that I give you.
Right.
Which is, how do you take Prosperity 365, Moon Magic, and then put this astrology on there and this human design to make your bank account do like this?
Right. Look, since I took Moon 28, look here, Moon Magic 28, since then and on, let's just say commas have been apparent. Let's just leave it right there.
And what is today? Today is the 3rd day of planning. We're starting, we're in a new month. So you already know how to do the calculation. So when this ideal came, I just looked down and was like, oh, we're finna pop off. But then tomorrow or Saturday, that's gonna be planting phase. So what movies am I watching? That's another story. We ain't gonna get too far.
Yeah. And I'm born on the 20th of September, so I'm right in line with the whole flow. Bye.
I'm sorry. Speaking of the Moon Magic, I don't have like a recorder so I can meditate for tomorrow. So how would I be able to incorporate this?
Who's talking? Slow down. You got to say who this talking. Who talking?
No, Shantae, Dallas, Texas, Team Virgo.
Where is your camera on? Because I don't see it.
Virgo.
I'm one with the bunny right here. Hi.
Okay. Yes. What's the question?
Like I feel like I'm ahead of everything because I have been like on the 2 basic goals that I have. I've been doing it like almost a year now. But like as far as the planning phase, because I know in your teaching you said that for meditation you can record your voice and loop it. And see, I'm team Android over here, so I don't know like what app to download so I can record my goals and loop it. So I can loop it and just meditate off of that.
Well, maybe that ain't for you. I don't know neither. But I'm just, if you ain't got it, do you have the meditation? Have you been over at this site? Do you have my meditation?
Yes.
Well, then just do the meditation.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't try to do. Don't try to be like, well, I can't do this because this ain't happening. We'll find something
Oh
else to
no,
do.
I was just saying what app could I use? Because I'm gonna still do my meditation.
Oh,
and
so that's a question you post in the Moon Magic 28 Facebook group.
Okay.
Post it in there. Somebody else in there know way better than me.
Okay. Cool.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, you can always catch us in the Moon Magic chat. I'm sure I could figure out something for you.
Oh yeah, I got some killers in here for that. Jonisha, am I pronouncing that right?
Janisha.
Janisha, what's good?
Hello. I have my 9-year-old here. I'm Janisha. We're in Sacramento, California. I'm an Aries gang. My baby is a Cancer. She's 9 years old, and I wanted to know, doing the astrology course that you have, is it okay to do that with her now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
She paying attention, and I like her more than I like you. So absolutely, I'm with the kids. I'm on her side. I'm trying to get her in the game. So yeah, like especially one, it can be, it could be uniting of the household, or if she ain't clean her room up or whatever, she need to go write these sentences out on these planets 100 times. So boom, now it's educational. But this also is going to help her with her math, with her geometry, with like all of this right here. I don't know whether you homeschooling her or sending her to public school, but this is the cheat code. Like, just imagine her being 25 and you ain't got to work no more because she got so much bread. Because the key is you might be raising her based off your fears instead of raising her based off of her needs from her chart.
That part, yeah, that part.
Let her chart express it, and then what's your name, little princess?
Jada.
So Jada, also this will help you be able to communicate better with your mama and tell her, you know what I'm saying, help her, remember that she outside of her lane. Tell her I'm in my lane, mama. I got Venus and such and such. This is how I get down. Mama, Mercury is how I think. I don't have a smart mouth, mama. My Mercury is in Aries. This is just how I talk. Come on, mama, just relax a little bit. Because sometimes adults need to be reminded that they're doing too much. But you just have to know how to say it. You can't just say it crazy. You feel what I'm saying, Jada?
Yeah.
I know she done something when you wanted to tell her to chill out, but you just couldn't know how to say it, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. And that's why I want to learn more too, because I want to learn how to parent her in the way that she needs to be parented and not the way that I was raised. And like you said, the fear and all of this. So in learning myself, I also want to learn her and her chart so that we can, communicate together the right way.
Boy, you're going to be salty with your mama and them. Because the question I always, not you, Jada, I'm just talking about you, Janisha, because you be like, dang, mama, why you didn't learn astrology when I was 12? Now you got me out here, well, I got to deprogram all of this. Da, 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 da. Your mama going to be like, well, you need Jesus.
Oh, yeah, that's what she says. And she's a Virgo. So I was raised by a Virgo. So yeah, we bumped a lot of heads growing up, and I don't want that for me and her. And so that's why I don't know my chart as deeply as far as I can look it up and know what everything says, but I don't know the whole ins and outs. I bought a book, ABCs of Astrology, that I was going to start reading, but something drawn me, universe drawn me to you today and the class you had on Clubhouse. And then I came in here and been sitting. So I'm going to go sign up as soon as we get off of Zoom. That I'm definitely going to sign up for the course. But I just wanted to ask and make sure. So basically I need to slow down in the time to take the course with her. Don't speed past or anything. We do it together.
I know she got a tablet.
Okay, she could just do it on her own.
Yeah, she don't need
you. Okay, my bad.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
We don't be doing no profanity and we don't be doing all that. Plus she get to hang around, like if I'm in the scene, she good.
Okay.
She's straight. So I'd like for her to be ahead of you.
Okay, me too. I get you. Okay.
She got more time than you. She ain't got to pay no bills. Jada, you ain't got no bills.
Nope.
All right. So just get her a notebook.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Y'all already square each other already. So that's something we got to talk about off the gate. Aries and Cancer is a natural square.
Can I actually say something about that while y'all have the floor on this topic?
Who that talk?
I'm with the yellow hoodie.
Okay. Come on. What you got?
I just wanted to say, Janisha, as like a person who one is studying astrology and has some stuff that's going on like parental wise, I love the steps that you're taking as an Aries, especially having a Cancer daughter and just admitting that you have that Virgo mom. Like knowing how Virgo and Aries energy plays out already, I already know that that can be really conflicting, and you wanting to take those steps and to make sure that you don't have those same things repeating with that square energy with your daughter. I admire that. So I love this. I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
No problem.
I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be better than I was in my yesterdays, you know, and in the future. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem. That's all I had to say.
She just summed it up, but you mean that's all you got to say? I can let you finish talking for the rest of the thing. I can let you just stay here. You just stay here, Janisa and Jada. I'm gonna put y'all over here. You just sit your ass right here because you might have something else to say. Cause she just came with the basics. She saw the same thing I said. Say, "Ooh, you squaring with your child." That's a whole class. You got to square with your child. That's a whole class. Okay. Or like for me, I had a Virgo father and I'm a Virgo rising. So why was he always in my face? Because that's what happens. That's what happens. Whatever your rising sign is, when you find that other sign from another person, they're going to be in your stuff. So I have like, I was about to tell all type of stories. Anyway, Ashley, turn your camera on, please. I see you got your hand raised.
Peace. I was going to ask a question about, actually, I wanted to know, if you don't mind telling me, what line are you living on here in Atlanta?
My Mars line runs through here, and it is glorious.
I see your success. I was going to share, if you don't mind, some resources for whomever it was that asked about how to loop. Unless you just want that strictly in the M28.
No, come on, give it up. Teamwork.
So either you can record yourself on your regular camera app and then download an app called Looper. That's what it is on Apple, but it should come up on Droid. And even if it doesn't come up on Droid, it'll give a similar app because it's just looping the video. So you can do it like that. Or you can record it, and if the video, which it should be just 3 to 5 minutes long or shorter, then you can just, get you a channel on YouTube and upload it. And then when it's uploaded, add it to its own playlist. And then there is a little symbol to loop YouTube playlists, and then it'll just do it like that. And you can leave it private or unlisted. What'd you say?
Are you an air sign?
No, I'm Taurus and Aries.
Nah, that means so that the answer is yes, because that's your sun sign. But I got $50 bet that it's a whole bunch of air popping off prominently in your chart.
Because what's air is what, like
boom. That's why you need the course. Don't talk because you can.
I don't have it because I promise you, I'm like Aries all day. I have a stellium and Aries in the 12th house on the western side, and then at Aries in the first house, stellium on the Vedic side. But my sun and my ascendant is Taurus all day.
Yes, but this was about to say that Sagittarius was an air sign. That's why I was like, shh.
My Scorpio was in Sag.
No, it's not. It's okay. Just I already told you. Shh. I already told you. There's some jokes in the peeping because a sign can't be in a sign. Your Scorpio can't be in the Sag.
Lord have mercy. What is it? Saturn is in Sag. My Saturn is in Sag. What was another question I was going to ask actually? Oh, you said today was the 3rd day of planting, but wasn't last quarter yesterday? Because I have today as the 2nd day. I just want to make sure my dates aren't off.
Are you in my Moon Magic course?
Yes, but the group has been kind of
quiet.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But I mean, I follow the Farmer's Almanac.
Wait.
Yesterday
Don't say
was
that
last
because
quarter.
I posted the first day like I normally do. Y'all be sleeping on the group.
I may not see it. I may not see notifications anymore but I really don't. I'm on Clubhouse now, so like I don't even like really be on Facebook.
Right.
But you're right. Today is the second day because the first day was yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I was like, third day late. Am I off? Okay, cool.
I don't mind getting caught. And so yeah, today is the second day. That's right, because yesterday was the first day, and then I opened up the dream portal last night. Do you have that? Do you have the download from Jen the Rainmaker?
I got that too.
I do.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a quick hold on, let me make sure. Ashley, was that all? You got anything else?
Yeah, so are you, even though I do have another connect for the what he calls it castrology, but will you be adding a course for the cards? Because that's something after I get done with all of this.
No, it'll be sprinkled in there. It'll be sprinkled in there. It'll be sprinkled. Okay. It's astrology. This is a spiritual course. Y'all been hoodwinked. I just had to use the word astrology for y'all to get in here. So there's gonna be some tantra in here. It's gonna be lots of magic in here. It's gonna be lots of rituals. It's gonna be marketing. I'm gonna be talking to people about raising their prices in their business. Some people gonna get mad and pout and then walk off, and I ain't gonna care. It's gonna be stuff about relationships. It's gonna be stuff about being a responsible adult. It's gonna be stuff about doing shadow work in here. This is gonna be my playground, okay? But it's gonna be focused around your astrological, your numbers. As Jay-Z said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So I don't really care too much about people's opinion. And just get into the practice. What does the practice look like?
What's wrong? All right, thank you, peace.
All right, you're welcome, peace. Am I doing okay, CC? See, you okay? You over there smiling? It's all good. Am I passing?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody else have comments, questions? Now let's move into my students. Anybody who's in, oh, wait a minute, Sade. Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. I don't know how to do this thing.
We can hear you. We see half of your face.
Okay. So I just wanted to know, what guided you to get into your practice, what you're doing. And I want to know. I want to know where it came from. Like what guided you there, because I also wonder why I was guided into this. So I just kind of want to know from you for yourself.
You mean astrology specifically at the beginning, or like where we at right now?
Well, I guess it probably started with astrology for you, right?
Yes. So where we are right now, the reason I'm doing this is because I told last year, one of my people that's one of my squad members, in his motivational talks, and he's smarter than me, he said, what if you kept all the promises that you made to yourself? If you just focused on that, you couldn't mind anybody else's business. So I had made a promise that I was going to have this astrology course, and then I was going to do a weekly Q&A with my students and make them the dopest. And so for 3 years, I have not done that. So you're in here now with this Q&A because I'm going to keep that promise to myself. That's that part. At the beginning, I got into astrology because of the girls, right? So I was on probation. I was not going to stop smoking weed, and I needed the detox to clean my pee. So I go to the spot, and I just hired this sister named Serene Gaia. She's an Aquarius. She has a gap in her teeth, and I'm still looking for her today. This has got to be 1993, something like that, right? And I tell her what I want, and she says, when's your birthday? And I tell her my birthday, and she says, I'm going to make the mixture off of your birthday. She says, if you write your name down, I'll do a handwriting analysis. I write my name down, then she opens my palm and reads my palm. So she reads my palm and my signature, and she got my birthday all in like 3 minutes. I'm sapiosexual. I'm turned on right now. And she chocolate, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, Lord have mercy, right? So but she wasn't really giving me no play because I eat meat. She was a strict vegan, right? I wore that down. I kept coming back up in there for just to get some water or to get some other stuff. You know, I still eat healthy, but I'm not getting ready to get up off all my meat. And so I think we went out on a date or something like that. And after that, I had to just put that savoir-faire game down, and we started dating. And for my birthday, she gave me a book that she made herself. She went and copied like from 6 different books, different things. So she took Mars and Gemini, Mars in the 10th house. She copied that page and put it there. Venus in Gemini, Venus in the 10th house. She copied that page and put it in there. Sun in the 9th house, Sun in Taurus. She copied that and put it in there. And I was like, yo, these books were written in like the 1970s, and it's telling me about what I'm going through right now. I was just like, wow, how do you do this? And she was like, this is how it goes. And I was like, let's have sex. So I wasn't interested in learning it, you know what I'm saying, at that particular time, but I was blown away because that particular gift that she gave me, she didn't have no money, and I sold dope. So, you know, when you, sometimes vegetarians, Black vegetarians think that they're supposed to live off the grid and everything's gonna fail, and then they don't have no damn money, which I don't agree with at all. So when I went to a house one time, I went to the refrigerator, and I can't live like that. I'm a Taurus. The refrigerator gotta be crazy. And I was just like, you know, here's $50, go get some groceries. The joker came back with $18 change. I said, what are you doing? Because I had never seen no woman bring a drug dealer no change back. She was like, yes, I only needed this right here, such and such. And you can have, here's your change back. I was in love. You know what I'm saying? So, and then we was walking through the mall and people would be sticking their hands out. So she was like a celebrity. And I was just like, yo. And of course, I don't know, the damn frequency was amazing, right? But then her sister got sick and she had to move back home to help take care of her sister or her mom or something. And so she just left. I mean, the relationship was just over. Messing with these Aquariuses, start hot and heavy, pow, gone, Uranus. You know what I'm saying? Now just like, and I didn't know I was gonna miss her like that until way later. Boom, fast forward a little bit, I run into, I get to my Tai Chi class, and it's a fine little Capricorn in there doing the yoga part of the Tai Chi class. Yes, don't shake your head, nod your head. And one day after class, we was just laying on the floor, everybody was all, we was doing all the reading, and she was like, when's your birthday? And she just pulled this book out. Give me that compendium right there, about what says Love and Money, the one to the left. The raggedy, the one to the left of that. No, the one, yeah. She pulled this book out. This is like, this will never leave my house. You see how this is? It wasn't the same book. This is probably like my 5th one, because I used to let people borrow stuff. This was the book that started the whole joint right here. And she just flipping through. She was just like, really, you could just take this book and G off. This was the only book I had for like 5 years, right? And I still ain't went all the way through it because I didn't need to. So she pulled this out, and then we started, you know, she started reading me again. I'm just like fascinated and da-da-da-da-da. And then I was like, let's have sex, you know, because I ain't want to study again. And so maybe like another month or 2 came around, and this older lady came to class named Miss Debbie. Well, I couldn't be attracted to Miss Debbie because she was, you know, older than me. And I guess, I don't know whether she was looking at me like that, but I wasn't looking at her like that. And so the sister who was doing the yoga was like, that's the master. And I was like, word? And she was like, yes, Miss Debbie knows it all. Miss Debbie didn't need no book. Miss Debbie be like, when's your birthday? Like, what is this? So she invited me and my cousin to come to Thanksgiving 2001 in Mount Pilot, North Carolina. And since I sold weed, she was just like, you know, whatever y'all want me to cook, I'm gonna make that, because I know y'all ain't got no family, because y'all in Greensboro, you're not in your home. She was like, you know, just bring a little something to smoke. She said, bring your chart with you. So I brought one piece of paper and some gas, right? And we was outside on the back porch, and I rolled her up one, and she was looking at the piece of paper, and then she would smoke, and then she would be like, And I said, hey, I said, you can stop that because I'm not getting ready to give you nothing. But that's how people, that's how the fakes do. The fakes will make these sounds and then you start saying something. I said, I ain't saying nothing. She was like, okay, no problem. She said, you deal with a lot of death and you've had a lot of guns pointed in your face. I was like, oh, I was like, everything just got serious. And I was like, you work for the feds. She was like, I don't work for no. I said, how you know that? Because no, you don't go tell people that you done been robbed before a lot. You don't tell people that you had guns pointed in your face. And you definitely don't tell people that you have a preoccupation with death and you done seen death in more manners than most people can imagine. And then she seen this looking on a piece of paper in like 30 seconds. And she was right. And then she went and started getting into my relationships. And I was like, hey. I said, teach me. Remember how Dr. Strange had to bow down? So it was on the third strike. I was just like, hey, how did you do that? And so that's why I say my birthday for learning astrology is always Thanksgiving 2001. And so I always measure how many years I've been studying by Thanksgiving. That's always my anniversary. And and then after that, I came home and she was like, study the first house first. She said, just study the first house. And so I came home, pulled down Astro and started throwing in birthdays. Mama, daddy, sister, brother, because I come from a dysfunctional household. And I was wondering why it didn't work. My mama's a genius, my daddy's a genius, my two younger brothers and sisters are geniuses. Why aren't we running it like the Chinese or the Jewish or something like that? Because it hit me at the same time when I was heavy into Black nationalism and 5% and Sulala community, Nawapians. So I was power to the people. I used to love you niggas. You know, I used to love y'all. Used to. And so I was just like, man, how do we fix the family? What happened, right? And I don't know. I just started and then I started putting in girlfriends, women I had been with. And I started seeing the facts. And I was just like, if my daddy would have showed me this or my mama when I was way earlier. So that's why I always ask people, how old are you? So the sister the other day, she was 23. I ain't started till I was 32. So that means every year before 32, that's how many year advantages you have over me. So don't worry about how long I've been studying. If you started before 32, you already ahead of me. Just trust, lay the course down like this. I done went all the way out the way and stuff. And then you take the baton, you run with it. You run off and find something else and then come back with the bone in your mouth. Hey, good work. Look, y'all, I found something too. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm doing. I'm bringing it back from several places that, like, some stuff is not even in books that I have. It's just like, I went to one workshop. He ain't gonna never have a workshop again. You had to take notes. You had to type real fast. Yeah, and I can't even share the spells that came with that piece of the astrology. So, yeah.
Well,
so
yeah, thank you for sharing that. And then just really quickly, the other question I had was, you were talking about on Clubhouse, like, that you don't follow the 13 signs in order. So I was wondering what you meant by that, and if there's like something else out there, and that might be what you're talking about, your course, like probably explains that.
No, we're just gonna do a slight vent. I'm just gonna, okay. You're just inciting a little vent about white people. So white people love to make you feel like you're missing something, right? So that 13th sign is Ophiuchus or Josephus or something like that. Mm-hmm. And they act like, because Black people run the internet, because hip hop runs the world. Hip hop runs the world. Black people run the internet because Black women are the ish. So as long as whatever y'all at, they are appealing to you in their marketing. So they know that your curiosity is identical to the curiosity of the universe. So they'll say, this new 13th sign was discovered, and that's a lie. You can't just, you can't, bruh, that's like Columbus discovering America. There was already somebody here. That constellation been there. It's been sitting there. It could be a 25 sign astrology because there's that many signs and constellations. It could be a 50 sign, but we stay in America, and America uses 12, and so do I. That's how they get their money. That's how they go to war. That's how they are effective. They pulled this thing off yesterday at the Capitol House on the same day Mars goes into Taurus.
Yeah.
Well, that just got to be a coincidence. That's just, hey, ain't no way. Oh, yeah, right. So in my time so far with people studying the 13th house astrology system, they ain't accurate. They ain't accurate. They can't tell me nothing different. Like I'm waiting, the sidereal, the Vedics, the cosmophysicians, the Chinese astrologers, they all in my phone. I call them to get my readings. You think I just read myself? You crazy? No. Lean not on your own understanding. That's what y'all better learn. Lean not on your own understanding. You got all these people. You better go let somebody else look at your chart because you're going to miss something every time. Every time. So I don't disrespect nobody's style because at the end of the day, I got to go home with me. In our system, you are at the center of your universe. All this teaching revolves around you. You didn't come here to be a master, a slave to the planet. You came to be the master. You came to be in the center. So these people that I've heard thus far talk about 13 sign astrology, they ain't been accurate. So if I find one that's accurate, I'll get back to you. But as of now, I haven't, they all, the ones that I've ran into, they're doing it so they can be contrary. I'm like, and they don't even know their basics. They still don't know conjunctions, trines, sextiles. They don't know regular house rulership. They don't even be talking about nothing. They just be like, oh, because this is the third. Stop.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Money, if you want some money, let me just cash out you $10 so you can go away. Okay? Don't ask me for nothing else. That's how I do it. So, however, you may be the one that finds a credible teacher and bring them back to the crib. I don't got no problem with that. Just be accurate. I'm here to give you fundamentals. So when you do go study with someone else, they'll be impressed. They'll be impressed by your knowledge of the fundamentals and basics. And that's the thing that has got me, damn near everything that I have is I'm crazy with my fundamentals. Crazy with my fundamentals. And I don't try to go too advanced. And the next thing you know, I am way down the street understanding something because I could always tie it back to the fundamentals. That's why this course is gonna be keyword rich, doing a whole bunch of sentences, basic sentences. And then when you add the human design in, it's gonna be crazy.
Right. Okay, thank you so much.
All right, appreciate you. Artemis, Ms. Tucker, did you have your hand raised?
Yeah, so my question was really just like in your course, do we look at generational astrology? Because I've been in astrology probably 11, 12 years, but recently I just I realized that's where I was supposed to be this whole time, but you got to find your spiritual, But I'm trying to understand the chart between my mom, my daughter, and myself. So I just had questions and like, are we going to go that deep?
Yes, I don't call it generational astrology. I just be like, go get your parents' birthdays. Everybody getting practice on. So your mama, daddy, everybody's sister. And basically, remember, all of these sciences, every science goes back to relationships. I don't care what it is. Numerology, tarot, whatever is how do I relate to Hinduism, Islam, Christianity. It all go back to how do I relate? How do I relate with God? How do I relate with myself? So we use synastry charts. So I like synastries before composites. So you and your mother will never get married. That's nasty. So we just use a synastry chart. and we just put one chart on top of the other, and then we run the aspects. That's why I suggest everybody just go ahead and buy this off the gate. You ain't got to have it right away, but you might as well just go ahead and
ask where you got that from.
I was about to say, where you get that from? Because every time I see it, I'm like, where you get that from?
Yeah, it was sitting right over there. That's where I got it from.
You play too. You play all day. Where you get that from?
Chill Will. Didn't you just see me go get it from over there? Chill Will. I ain't lying. I just got up and went and got it. It was right there. You want to know where can you get one? That's what you mean, right? I got you. So let me, of course, somebody y'all want the goodies. I think it's this site. Yeah. Bam. Personal astrologer. So then the black ones are 100, blues are 100, purples are 100, light blue 65, rose 65, yellows are 50, oranges are 50, greens are 65, turquoise are 100. These are the different colors right here. Yes, they do need a new site, but that don't matter. Just go ahead and just, order the one that you want. And I'm dropping the link in the chat right now. So that's where, now this is not mandatory, but Lord, this is a good game I'm trying to give you right here. This, because I can put a synastry chart with transits. So the transits run on the outside and the natal runs on the inside. And each one of these comes with 3 different colors of your signs and whatever. Now, me personally, I'm just giving you some game. When you get this at your house and somebody wants to touch it, they're gonna mess around and break this right here, and you can't fix it with glue. I done already tried, especially if the plastic breaks. So what I tell people is every piece you break is $75. I ain't had a problem since. I don't know why Miss Wilson is laughing. You break this piece, you be like, well, you can get the whole set for 15. That's my problem.
I got a stalker daughter, so that's why I'm laughing. She touches all of my stuff.
70, whoop that ass. I'm from the whoop that ass clan. $75 if you touch this. So you have to sit down and find out a new teaching method. $75 if you break one piece. What if I break all the pieces? You must be rich, because you're gonna have to get up off of it. So just take them and just drop it down in there, easy, and just let go. You ain't got to push. Take some Tai Chi classes, as I said, at 2 o'clock. Y'all too heavy-handed. Trying to get y'all to relax a little bit. But this one with the trine spinning and the squares, if you already been studying astrology for 6 or 7 months and you can draw a chart and pull a chart, and then you get this, I mean, this my cheat. This my cheat right here. I cheat with this. Between this and Astro Gold, I can't be faded. I'm sorry, go ahead. What were you about to say?
I was just about to say it's a good interactive tool for kids too.
My nephew came over here and pulled this he was like, Uncle, he was like, what is this? What is this? Then he picked this one up. So before I could say spiritual destiny, he said, it looks like a set of headphones. And now I put that into my teachings, because your North Node is what you should be listening to.
Yep.
This is what you should be listening to right here. I start all my readings off with South Node, then North Node, then I proceed. Because when you're talking about generational astrology, your mama didn't know what your North Node was or your South Node. So guess what? She was moving off of her fears. So now she was trying to raise you off of her Saturn. Don't do that. Lord. Raise me off my Saturn. That's cool if you raise me off my Saturn and my North Node and my South Node. Don't raise me off my sun sign or your fears or your hangups or your Neptunian-ish or your Pisces junk or your Cancer stuff. Nah, player. That's why I'm here. So the sister who was just asking me, what's my journey? My journey is because I come from the most dysfunctional household, but I know that everybody was a genius. And if we would have had this, because everybody in my family is smarter than me. So y'all looking like, you know, astrology and human design and all that, and they all smarter than you. My sister is dope. My little brother is crazy. I got an older brother. He's a criminal, like real criminal, and just won't stop being. He can't stop lying, and he's still smarter than me. I just be like, bro, you ain't got to lie like that. You really like wasting a whole bunch of stuff. But you know, that's why I said I don't mess with you niggas like that no more. Miss Tucker, was that good enough for you?
I'm in your class, so we will continue. Cause like I really have some questions because I have a yod in my chart and
Yod.
A yod. But yeah, like the point is my daughters and my mom's ascendant and like it's a lot going on. So we'll get there though.
Excellent, excellent. I love it. I love it. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all asking me what kind of students is coming. This is what's gonna be in the room. Was that a bird on your head just now, Kim? Well, dang, I caught that. Thank you, Jaleesa, for coming through tonight. I am welcoming all bonnets. Because Jaleesa is here with a bonnet on, that means everybody should have their camera on. Okay? That's right. I don't want to be like, well, I ain't got my camera. She got on a bonnet. Okay? So turn your camera on. At least if you want to ask me something. Don't ask me nothing. I can't see who I'm talking to. Does anybody else have questions? This will be people who haven't taken the class, or people who are in the class want to ask me about something in the course right now. Oh, this is great. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
This is Cassandra Houston, Team Pisces.
Okay.
I'm getting back into the groove of things. I took your Moon Magic class 2018 and then fell off. So I'm getting back in. But the question I have earlier, you were mentioning the Astro Gold app. You mentioned like 2 other either websites or apps that you use. Could you repeat those?
Astro Gold is the app I use, the professional one that's paid. I know it's $40 on the iPhone. I don't know what it is on the Android, but it's only a one-time thing.
It's $24.99 for Google.
Oh, like it knocked off. So the astro.com is the site that you're going to be using online, astro.com. And mybodygraphs.com is the human design page. This My Body Graph, no S. mybodygraph.com is the page that you're going to be using for to pull your charts up, because you get to store birthdays. And like I said, the more birthdays that you have to practice with, the better. And not just, so like that's Sister Myra's chart. Even though I already had her birth chart, I didn't have her human design chart. This is Kim Jong-un, the leader of South Korea, who everybody's afraid of. He's a projector. This is from Brand Nubian, my man, Lord Jamar. He's a generator. You know what I'm saying? So even when you start, oh my God, look, Team Pisces just came in here. John, what you doing in here? Anyway, the bank just fell up in here, y'all. I got to tighten up. Yes, so like lots of folks, you want to have plenty. All your teachers, anybody's ever taught you something that meant a damn to you, and all your enemies, get their damn birthday. Get their birthday and put it in there. Okay, so those are the 3 basics that you will need. There's some others now. There's always Planet Watcher. I like Planet Watcher. If I could get Chef Amira to come in here one night and talk about, Ty Phoenix, this is her page. Like, she's the I mess with this page, but I'm not a master like she is though. So, and that's another thing I want to do is probably bring in like guest astrologers out of my phone, just some really dope people who study astrology that y'all can like pick their brains too. How was that, Miss Pearson?
Oh, that was awesome. What did you mention about the Pisces coming up in the money? Could you go further into that one?
Yeah, my man just fell up in here. I just seen John. I just seen hard work fall up in here.
Okay, okay.
He ain't got his camera turned on, but he's a monster too. So I just get real humbled when I see giants come in the room. You know, he got plenty other stuff he could be doing. You know what I'm saying? That's him right there, Team Pisces. This dude right here, he's a cheater. I'm really trying to get y'all to model after him, because he'll take a course, max it out, and then he want to apply it to another course. And I'll be like, bro, you already got an unfair advantage. And he just look at me and say, I don't care. So I'm really looking for more people like him. He got more discipline than me. His jumper's a little bit wetter than mine. And not a lot now. You don't just nod your head crazy now. Just calm down. You ain't have to go all into all that. But yeah, he's a superstar. So, and he didn't have to come in here tonight because he has all my courses. That's why I'm just humble. I'm like, why is he even in here? He got everything I got. He already got it, and he's still following up in here to see if he can catch something. He always shows up for practice. That's the thing with you. If you want to be crazy, you're gonna have to be like him. You're gonna have to always show up for practice. He like, oh, I missed something. What happened? Send me the replay. He gonna text me in a minute, but send me the replay. I'm be like, bro, we were just talking. Send me the replay.
That's my Pisces gang right there. Gang.
He Pisces gang, yeah. He a different type of Pisces though. John, you got something to say to the folks while you up in? What, you on the treadmill or something? Or you in the gym?
Yeah, I'm in the gym, man. I'm just listening, you know, getting some work in.
We call him the bank because he'd be real quiet till you start talking about the money. And then he starts snapping. He'd be like, do you want to do that with the white man? You wouldn't. He starts snapping. And he already added it up the whole time. So yeah, that's my G right. That's big bro right there. All right. Anybody else got comments, questions, or feedback before we get up out of here? I want to let y'all go back to Clubhouse.
I had a question.
Ma'am.
This is Monique, Team Scorpio from Pompano Beach, Florida.
Bam, bam.
I had a question in reference to the daylight savings time. I kind of got tripped up on that, and I wanted to know when we do, or when most charts are done, are they automatically calculating that?
So this is a good question, because in the future, when y'all come and ask questions and you're already enrolled, I want y'all to say module 2.
Oh, gotcha.
And then which lesson. So then we could be on it together. So you might be right here.
Module 1.
It's in
You
week.
mentioned it in 1 with the elements, and then you mentioned it again in module 2. Because I'm finished with module 2, but I still kept getting, when I was doing my charts, I kept getting tripped up on that.
When you go through, boom, boom, not that. Most of these softwares will already have the daylight savings time included.
Okay.
On Astro Gold, you can say, I want to use it or I don't want to use it. The reason we are always going to use it is because we stay in the United States. And in the United States, where most of my clients are, we use daylight savings. And so, which goes back to, like I said about Rakim, it ain't where you from, it's where you at. So if you was born in Africa, but you stay in Brooklyn, then we're using Brooklyn. So Brooklyn uses daylight savings time. We ain't using Tanzania. We ain't using Kuwait. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because before I was charting, I was doing all of the birth dates, and I realized there was a contrast difference. And I sent you one of the charts where I edited because I wasn't sure if it was correct the first way that I did it or the second way that I did it with the hour difference, because it does chart the the natal chart shows up completely different because that hour does make a difference.
So Monique makes the point of why we're having Q&A, because at the bottom of every module, lost where my joint is at. Oh, here it is. At the bottom of every module, you submit homework right here. So I'm be getting overwhelmed if 6 of y'all send me homework on the same day. Shit, it's over for me. So I was just like, nah, bro, you got to get in here where everybody who sent homework, I can just pull up homework when we do the Q&A. So now I already have what the question is going to be, and then I can answer your question for everybody. Does that make sense, Monique?
Yep, absolutely. Thank you.
It's just like, I know you're in fashion. So if one person has an issue with some stitching, they may have a question that 6 or 7 other people may have. So you'll be like, okay, all y'all stop sewing, come together. We're going to see how this one thing goes. Then you hear about 5 people be like, oh, that's how that go. Like, why you ain't asked? Well, I didn't know. So that's why, that right there is why I'm having these weekly or bi-weekly astrology courses. And then after 2, 3, 4 weeks, a new person gonna come in, they're gonna have the same question. They're gonna post it in Facebook. I'm gonna tag you. You're gonna say, hit me on the DM. You're gonna explain it real quick. That's gonna help you get your own teacher qualifications for yourself. Because you don't have to finish the whole course to show somebody else something that you already learned. That's actually how you learn better, is by application and by practice and by teaching it to somebody else. I'm really cheating because I'm gonna be the even doper than I am now by teaching so many students. I got the beginners in here who ain't got nothing. I'm mixing human design. That's never been done. Then the other sister said a Black man teaching it. Another thing that never happened. Then I got these other astrologers hiding up in the corner, you know what I'm saying, looking to, you know what I'm saying, see if I'm gonna make a mistake or whatever, or they picking up game. Then we got candle magic popping off, the stuff that Everett is doing, I ain't never even seen before. I got it, but I didn't ever do it. Then I see him put together. So then he'll probably come and teach a class. So yeah, it's you in the right place. Just keep practicing. And remember also, when you do that, I remember when I was teaching that part, I was just like, somebody's gonna have this question. After you plot it, go back to astro.com and cheat.
Check it. Well, that's what I did, because I had to check it to make sure that's what made me send the corrected one to you, because I was like, oh, hell. But yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Excellent question. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I got a question for you.
I ain't got no money. You've been up here all night. I ain't got no money. I'm broke.
So for somebody that's an artist, specifically like fine arts and painting and stuff like that, astrocartography wise, should they look more at their moon, their sun, or their Neptune as far as creativity goes?
None of that. You just said art, didn't you? What kind of art?
Yeah. Painting specifically, like water paints, acrylic, oil.
You joking now?
See,
you joking? You just trying?
No, I'm
yes,
serious, because I said because of that creative energy, and I think of Leos as the sign. Scorpio is looked at as sex, but I also look at Leo for sex. Yes, raising your hand. Yes.
I just have a question.
Go ahead.
What sign rules art?
That's where I've been confused at, because I see Leo, Cancer, and Pisces.
It's Venus. Venus rules art.
Who that in this? Who that stunting? Who that?
Shantae, Dallas, Texas.
Shantae, what, cut your camera on. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
I got my camera on.
Shantae, to the front of the classroom. Okay.
I'm not even
that's
astrology.
are not the love.
You know.
Venus is ruled by Taurus. Taurus rules all things pretty to the eyes and beauty. Right.
See,
Venus.
I thought it was Leo because of their boldness, like the colors and stuff. That's how my brain works.
No.
I feel like they're more the performers.
Leo's is ruled by the sun, so no.
Right.
And the sun is ego.
That's the ego.
Right. It's not.
In class, they say that the sun is the biggest planet. So everything, just think of how they say everything, all the moons and the planets and everything revolves around the sun. That's ego. So that has nothing to do with art.
But you mentioned, she mentioned astrocartography. Look at your chart because you might be trying to get on your Venus line, but your Venus line might be by Saturn.
Who is that popping off? Wait a minute. Who is that?
It's Ashley.
You can't teach. You can't teach with the camera on. We don't do that here. Yes. Okay. Now come on with it.
Well, yeah, because I've been fascinated with the astrocartography, and you can be by your Jupiter, you could be by your Venus, but you have to check the specifics because if you're by your Saturn, you're gonna have a challenging time, even if you are by Venus. So you gotta really look at the details of your lines and maneuver to what will be best for you.
So you gotta remember your Saturn is the stubborn part of you. That's the stubborn planet.
So everybody watching, y'all hear all these keywords everybody's throwing around. They're throwing different keywords around, but everybody's still right? Because Saturn is also discipline, not just stubborn. Saturn is also integrity. It is challenging, but it's also karmic and it's also rewards, right? And in the cartography, I asked you a question to incite you. I wanted you to think, because the keyword is the answer. So it ain't about, oh, I just thought. If you know keywords, everything else becomes easy. All the cartography. So what are the keywords for the planets? Aries, Mars, first house, same keywords. Taurus, Venus, second house, same keywords. Gemini, Mercury, third house, same keywords. So as long as you know those keywords and you keep running that, then when the cartography come in, you just be like, oh, that was cake. All right. And then in cartography, you might not have to stay there. You might need to get a teacher from there because they represent that same energy. Or you might need to be in a relationship with someone from that area. Las Vegas, Saturn runs through Las Vegas. So if I get on the blackjack table, I got to have a time to get off. If I get in a relationship with somebody in Vegas, I know there could be some restrictions on that, limiting my particular actions. Limiting, see the keyword? Limiting. So it's keywords. We will be over and over keywords. Like I'm listening to them throwing the keywords that I hadn't thought about Saturn or Venus, and I was like, yeah. Because you're gonna forget more than you retain. That's why we gang. So
just to throw a little wrench in there too, where are those things in your charts? What house are they in? You might want to look at that too. Give you a little bit more insight on it.
Well, my Venus is in Leo in my third chart, so I'm in my third house.
Oh, so you just out here ain't even took the course yet, just out here just getting crazy. Okay. That's good. So let me I gotta bring Africa in. Yes, Miss Soul. Come on through here, Sharika. What's popping?
Hey, so do you teach how to do your chart if you were in Africa? Because I'm trying to dip. That's where I'm headed.
Hold on. So let me see if I understand your question.
I'm trying to see. So if I was in Africa, could I still do my chart? Because I'm trying to see where I should move as well.
Oh yeah.
And since you're talking about these lines and things, I need to see where I need to be. I need to be in alignment so I can thrive over there.
The whole world, Central America.
It is mine.
No,
yeah, the world.
You can run cartography. I just made it specific for North America, but the cartography you can run just Africa. You can run you can run the whole world. You can run it anywhere. Yeah, I'm giving you the fundamentals. If you can braid hair in Atlanta, can you braid hair in Africa? Yes.
Yep.
If you can sew here, can you sew there? Yeah, I'm taking you skills. I'm not giving you nothing where you can go somewhere and somebody gonna run up on you. Everybody leave this class is gonna be a stunner. Everybody's stunting.
I believe you. I believe you. I had your classes before.
Okay. Well, yay.
Thank you.
Excellent question. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
Bam. I love appreciation. Tiffany, you had something else you had for me?
I was just wondering, because I have no clue what you guys are talking about, but see, that's why I'm here. But I was wondering because I know I'm a Cancer all the way. I'm a July Cancer, but I don't know what time I was born. I had a very rough childhood, so yeah, everything's lost in the sauce. So I can go get my birth certificate, but is that the only way that I can find out like my
time
I
of
guess
birth?
my moon, yeah.
So if you go over here to my YouTube page and you go to my playlist and you go to my Oh Ye Son I Do Astrology joints, I got a video for you right now. I think I already put the list in there, but Coach K Astrology Class 101, Day 3. Are you sure your birth time is right? So you will learn upon graduation how to find out anybody's birth time on planet Earth, including yours, anybody, by learning how to rectify a chart using the 8th place method. So, and during the course, first 2 weeks, first 3 weeks, I'm going to do my best to make sure everybody has their correct time, because I already know how to do it. So I will help you get your right time so you can have that to work with. But you do not have to have your right time in like the first 2 modules because you're just practicing. I would really actually like you to put in the wrong time, then get the right time, and then do it over. If you're the type of person that thinks you're just gonna get everything right the first time, this ain't the class for you. You know what I'm saying? So I would, I'm gonna post this video in the chat, and then I would watch this so I could just really, get into why 85% of birth certificate times are wrong. It should be called vaginal entry into the world or time of arrival. So the soul enters the body on the first breath. The rest of that is covered in that video. But I am not teaching you how to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I would watch that video right there and we'll take care of you. That's easy breezy about finding the right time of birth. No problem.
Is there an astrology Facebook?
Yes, we do have a.
I'm sorry, girl.
We do have. Oh wait, let's put that over there. We do have. So yes, we do have a Facebook group. If you got the email, let's say you just paid tonight while you was on this, I'm about to send you an email when I get off of here. It'll have the link to the PayPal. I mean, not the PayPal, but to the Facebook group. This is where we'll be ganging at. It definitely has not been too active because I haven't been keeping the promises to myself. But I only would like to be working at home, answering questions in Facebook, and then messing around on Clubhouse a little bit. So like I got 4 member requests right here. She signed up at Keep It Simple. I'm letting her in.
Email's already sent.
Oh, gang, the gang is popping. So there we have it.
I have a question real quick about the time.
Yes.
This is Monique. You said time of arrival. Does that mean cesarean section?
No, just when you're at the hospital and the doctor writes down time of birth, he should write down time of arrival. Because let's say you have let's say you say a baby arrives early, 8 months, 7.5 months. The doctor's going to tell you it's premature, and the baby comes and they write down time of birth. Let's say you come in and they say you have a C-section and they take the baby out. They're going to write down time of birth. The baby arrived at the time that they wrote down, and it hit this atmosphere at that time. But you were born when the soul entered the body on the first breath. So, you know, women could be in labor 72 hours, 48 hours, 24 hours, 19 hours. Any time in there, the breath could have entered into the body. Your soul doesn't even take full capacity, full ownership of your body until you're 14, right? That's why this whole child psychology is so important. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all, let's introduce this to our children and grandchildren. So now this is a soul development course. Let their intuition open up. Let their gifts open up through the logical side. Give them that dynamics. But so what I tell them is, what I preach is, on the birth certificate, it should say time of arrival or time of vaginal entry into the world. But the time of birth, you're going to learn to calculate that after you finish the course and give me my reading. Because some people would like to come in and just be like, I can just calculate the time, but you ain't got your basics down. You ain't got your keywords down. You ain't got no real system. You ain't really tied into no lineage. You clowning. So I make sure you go all the way through the course, and then I will be teaching those folks who make it to the end how to rectify charts.
I asked that because when I came in, the time wouldn't be correct because I didn't take my first breath until they put me on the machine. So how does that work?
Right. So what sign rules the lungs? Because breathing is a lung thing. So what sign rules the lungs? Huh?
Don't know.
You ain't got to that module yet. Right.
No, I haven't.
Right. So just keep on going through the modules. You're gonna run into that, and you can be like, oh, what? I can tell. I can tell by the way you ask the question how far along people are in the modules. So
don't give me the answers because I need to find it. Because I see in the chat somebody putting up answers.
I didn't say nothing, and that's good. Teresa Hardaway, are you coming up on the screen, or you at work? She says, can you talk a little bit about why a person doesn't quite resonate with their sun sign? That's easy. Because you may have a stellium somewhere else. You may have you may be a Pisces sun, but a Capricorn rising, and have 5 planets in Capricorn, and nothing else in any water sign except maybe your Mercury. So, and then you don't know what resonate mean. Like, I don't understand what you mean by resonate. And you're not just your sun sign. You are about 16 different elements that make up this whole thing. That's why when we get in, when you get into the course, you understand there are different professors. Your sun is only one professor. If you got to graduate college, you can't just take one course. You got to take all the courses.
That's the question I wanted to know about. And Shantae, Dallas, Texas, Team Virgo. Cause I noticed that I have like 3 signs in one house, like my third house. So I got like my Mars, Venus, and I believe Mercury in my third house. So is that a stellium or yeah, would that be considered stellium as well or?
Did you type up stellium on Google? That's how I answer some of those questions. Did you type in stellium
Yeah,
on Google?
it says something about if you have um more than one sign in a house or something. I can't remember it.
More than one planet. More than one planet.
Oh, okay.
Right. So yes,
Okay.
3 or more planets in a sign is a stellium.
Okay.
Yes. And then it depends on what planets are there. Is it Chiron, South Node, and the Moon? Now you're seeing how heavy the stellium is. Because all these professors have weights and size and mass. So you have to look at it, you have to look at it like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. Miss Ashley.
I have 3 quick questions. So the first one, the sister that talked about having taken her first breath when she got put on the machine, wouldn't the soul have entered the body even though there were some breathing issues, or are you saying like the soul doesn't until that breath was taken, then the soul wasn't a part of the physical body?
So that's where the line of questioning comes in for rectifying the chart. So we wouldn't go on just that. That would just be the first question. So she had a lung issue and breathing when she was born. So that's already Gemini, because Gemini rules the lungs.
It's funny because that's my rising as well. Gemini is my rising sign.
So according to the time that she has on her birth certificate, she says that Gemini is her rising sign.
Right.
But it might not be.
It might not be. Yeah.
Because we ain't rectified the chart yet.
Yeah.
So I tell people when you come into this class, you may have been using that for 10 years. And you may be like, oh, I'm a Gemini rising, but come to find out you're a Libra rising, still an air sign, very similar, but you're not a Gemini rising because she can't have Gemini in the 8th house and have Gemini rising at the same time. So
do you have any, so outside of the astro aspect of it, do you have any books that you can recommend when it comes to the soul and things like that? Because I know like that whole concept of the soul entering the body and then being pushed out and having the birth, that's very intriguing for me. And I was a part of a birth, and I promised when this baby came out, I could get downloads from her, and it was amazing because it was a newborn, but like it was straight communication. So that whole thing kind of interests me. Oh, so I'll check the whatever it is that you're bringing up. So then my second question though.
Hold on.
Okay, cool.
Me and we can't take 5 questions and then get back. So hold on for a second. Let's get the first one out the way.
Okay.
We start talking about the soul. You're gonna have to get into these esoteric orders like the Rosicrucians or the Order of Melchizedek. So I'm in both of these orders. So I like Astara a little better than I like the Rosy Cross. My favorite probably is the School of Soul Science. That's really about all. This is, it's not books. This is membership.
Okay.
So some things you can't just, let me just get this book off the shelf because you'd be taking it out of context.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
I recommend soul.org. I recommend astara.org. And then soul.org is the oldest order of the Rosicrucians in North America, founded by Pascal Beverly Randolph. Amora is the largest Rosicrucian order in the world. So that's another conversation when we do something like an esoteric night. But you're talking about soul, and most of these folks, you know what I'm saying? Like, so watch this. When I type in astrology keywords, look at why is the Rosicrucian site at the very top of the, why the astrological keyword system on the Rosicrucian site? One more time, a little louder for the people in the back. What you say?
All these secret societies use astrology,
and we don't. Remember why I said I don't mess with you black people no more? Because y'all want to be, not y'all who are here, but the ones who not here. They have too many nigger tendencies for me, and that's ER. That's nigger with ER tendencies. They lazy. They want to take shortcuts. They think they can do everything by themselves. They're not doing things the ancient way. So I don't deal with them no more. And they are the majority. And they stupid. And they get killed easily. So I don't really like dealing with folks like that. I like to deal with people who want to study immortality, who respect esoteric teachings. What the first thing I say, if you don't meditate, I ain't the teacher for you. If you believe in the Illuminati's gonna kill you and Freemasons are terrible, I'm a Mason, okay? So if that bothers you, go ahead, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So
most definitely.
So my second question, my son is 4, and
third question.
My third, well then I got a 4. So is he too young to, like, I'll say he'll say, you know, certain stuff, and he'll definitely recognize, oh, the stars and moon, like I say little stuff to him, but would he be too young for me to start trying to incorporate some of these teachings? Like, should I wait a little bit?
Can he spell Venus?
I mean, I could teach him to spell Venus.
And that's where you start. He got to have his vocabulary, so lace his vocabulary.
Gotcha. Okay.
Can he spell Mercury? Can he spell Neptune? Does he know like which planet it is? That you make it fascinating to him.
Okay. Cool.
And can he count to 100?
No, not yet.
So now he got to count to 360 by 30s.
360, but I remember you saying that before, 360 by 30s.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get you. I'm just trying to get the little joker to $1 million before he turned 18. I know.
Listen,
I know you're tired of working, so I'm just trying to tell you. I'm just giving everybody. I'm just giving all the single moms out here 10, 12-year programs to your children to be filthy rich. That's all I'm really offering. For what Jay-Z said, I'm getting $1 million with the game for $9.99.
Listen, for all the moms, if you are new, like, I was introduced to it, I heard what he said, but I really didn't hear it when he was talking about the astro and the human design, and I kind of stepped away from it, and then I realized, like, oh no, this is the truth. I had to slide right back on here to get this knowledge, and it's empowering to learn it from a person of color. So anywho, Dag, I did have one more question, but that's cool. It'll come back when it's ready.
Word, appreciate it. Thank you.
Let me slide in something real
Phone breaking up.
I have a son, 12 years old. What about now? How about
That's a little.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Mic check, mic check.
kind of.
I'll catch you when I get.
Okay. Yeah, and it, it just depends. It just depends on what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like with your child, this is going to improve the relationship. And like I told the sister earlier, I want the child to be ahead of you, especially 9, 10 years old. I don't care if you come to class another day in your life. Just make sure the child is in class. You can miss all of the rest of it. C, you had something else?
No. Wait, I did, but now I forgot.
Okay, good, because I'm finna get off of here. Y'all only got 2 hours and 13 minutes. And I want to go see if it's a shoot they shot room over on Clubhouse. I'm joking.
Ain't nobody got time for you tonight, sir. We appreciate you so much for spending this time.
No, I mean, listen,
I was joking. I'm joking.
the Nigerian clubhouse, they got the whole, it's all Nigerian women in there. So talking about shoot your shot, I got a chance too. Don't act
Okay,
like
we don't want to
I
hold
ain't-
you. You go ahead. You
I
ready?
know, but you acting like I ain't got a shot. Like I can't go over there and do what I do. That's what I'm saying.
You know, I ain't gonna hate on you, man. You go ahead. You shoot your shot.
Nah, never mind. I ain't going
Right,
over.
find me a connect over there.
You know, I already done shot my little hose down like I can't do that. Never mind. It's all good. See how you a hater. I don't know if I want you in the class or not. I ain't hating on the teacher, trying to get me some love in all the right places. What's going on here? Anybody else got comments? Corey, you've been in here since the beginning, brother. You ain't said nothing. What's popping? Give me some feedback.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
All right. I do have some questions though. Okay. So when you say represent, what team you from, right?
Right.
That's the sun sign, right?
Si, senor.
All right. So, but actually the rising sign is how you interact with people or how the world sees you, correct?
As we do it in the course, we say the sun is the engine of the car and the rising is the body of the car.
Yeah, the kit, all that, how I look on the outside.
Right.
So what's more important to you in relationship to a person? I know the whole chart is important, but is the rising sign a little more important than the sun sign? Because that's how you interacting with that person with that rising sign, right? To some degree.
What you driving right now? What you driving?
A Pisces.
No, I'm talking about what's your dream car? What's your dream car for real? What's your dream car?
My dream car.
Yes.
A Bugatti.
Okay. And where you stay at right now? What city and state?
Richmond, Virginia.
Do you know how to get around Miami?
No.
But if the Bugatti was in Miami, you know what I'm saying? That's the right place for it to be, right?
Right. It is. Not Richmond.
Now watch this. If the Bugatti is kitted out and looking good, and it's got a good engine, can you still get lost?
Yeah.
And why would you get lost in a Bugatti in Miami?
Because you don't have any direction.
And the direction in the Bugatti is, or in all the cars, is called a what? 3 letters.
GPS.
Now, what is the GPS in your astrology chart?
Is it the north node?
Ding, 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 ding. So who cares you got a Bugatti with a fire engine in it if you lost?
Right.
So now so I just answered your question. Which one is most important? The body of the car, the engine of the car, or the GPS?
The GPS. So we supposed to be representing our north nodes up in here or something?
You're supposed to be chasing it. You're supposed to be chasing your north node like you hungry.
Right.
Your north node is supposed to be your destiny. What you're destined to do will be.
Mm-hmm.
And your personal planets is how that energy is expressed through you, and what ways you can utilize that energy to follow your north node.
Because Saturn is the brakes. Do you want a Bugatti with no brakes?
No, that's not a good idea.
Right.
No.
Somebody gave you the Bugatti and was like, you can't use the GPS. Man, take it back.
I got you. Well, I got one more question.
Okay.
So when you talk about like aspects, right? So does a planet affect things differently when it's aspected by another planet? Does it get like the whole strength of it, or
not
on the aspect?
It depends. It depends on the aspect and depends on the planet. Mm-hmm. Because what type of aspect first? So if the moon can't really influence Jupiter too much, because the moon is, she's nice and feminine and small. Right. So she really can't just be telling Jupiter, really Jupiter's influencing the moon.
Mm-hmm.
But then what about when Saturn comes into the equation to Jupiter? You know what I'm saying? So now you got to look at what the strengths of, which goes back to keywords.
Mm-hmm.
Keywords is the key to this whole game about your aspects. Learn your keywords, learn the professors first. Then we come in and start looking at the aspects. That's another reason I thank you for asking that question, because I'm so tired of jokers, beginning astrologers coming in and they just go dead to the aspects. And then you hear them in Clubhouse or somewhere else claiming they can do readings. And they can't even rectify a chart and don't know how many minutes in a day. But they know aspects, or they think they know aspects. Because they're trying to get somebody to pay them some money. I'm just like, man, go get a job. Some of y'all do not quit your job just because you learn astrology. Find out what the place that you're supposed to be doing. What's your mission? How do you take your North Node and then construct your entire chart around your body of work? What's your body of work that you're gonna leave here when somebody talking about you when you're gone? You see what I'm saying? I'm not even satisfied with my body. I don't know what my body of work is yet. I'm not satisfied because I'm not serving the creator hard enough. My North Node is in Pisces, but I got this South Node in Virgo, which all them books gotta be lined up the right way and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's a whole, I'm telling you, North and South Node, I used to do readings just on that. I wouldn't even do nothing. I just stopped right there. And all of y'all can too. You can just be like, I'm just doing North and South Node, 1 hour, $200. You give people so much insight and so much clarity just on that. It won't even matter about your rising sign and your moon and stuff like that. That's the downside. Y'all not gonna get it until you all are somewhere and a friend of yours says, yeah, my man Corey here, Corey's an astrologer. And you done took the class, you done read me, you got all the skills I got. And then the person says, oh, Corey, you oh, my son's in Taurus, my moon's in Libra, I'm a Virgo rising. And then you look at them and say, well, where's your North Node? And they say, what's that?
What? The North what?
And then you'll see that you look at, then you'll be able to peer through this person like, oh, you that shallow. You just want to have you don't even know what your North, you don't even know what your rising sign really means. Like me, I don't even stunt, like, I just be like, so what does that mean? They think I'm about to just go happy and just be like, oh, yay. Okay, so your moon's in Libra, what's that mean? They be like, what do you mean? They be like, I don't know, that's just what the person told me. I said, well, how much did you pay for that? They say, well, it was free. I said, well, I'm not. I said, you get what you pay for. Now you don't even know what you're talking about, which is terrible. And you out here repeating what they say. It's better to rather somebody think I'm a fool than to open my mouth and remove all doubt. I'd rather just be quiet. When the sister asked me about the generational astrology, instead of me trying to talk over her, I was like, Queen, what do you mean? It's better to ask some more questions so you don't be out here sounding crazy and looking crazy. And that's who I got an issue with. I got an issue with these charlatans out here. So if I get Corey out here, Corey, you just like me. You country and you like to move slow. You the one I'm looking for. Man, take your time with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Take your time with it, ease up on it. Then the whole thing open up. All that, you rushing somebody, they can't even think. That's why, like I said, I don't like doing natal charts no more, because I do the whole natal chart and now you overwhelmed. You can't handle all them aspects. I just gave you like 35 things that you're supposed to know in your natal chart. Just take the course. Take 6 months. Take a year. I ain't going nowhere. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. I appreciate you, big brother. Thank you, King.
No problem, anytime.
Got me an OG, got my back out here. Y'all better watch out. Lindsay.
I love to see it.
See what?
People of older generations still wanting to learn.
Corey ain't that old. What you saying? Oh, you got to ease up now. Corey ain't like 37. You know, you can't be talking about Corey like
47.
Yeah, 47. Yeah, you can't be talking about Corey like Corey gone. Corey got a whole bunch of gas in the tank left. What you mean?
Got about 100 years left.
Talk about it, Corey. Yeah.
Shoot.
He younger than me.
Yeah. We out here doing what we do.
Corey is gonna live his best life.
Yeah, see you out here.
Yep.
See you out here. See, you out here. See, you wilding. So you supposed to be co-hosting, and you out here wilding. You don't do that. See, dang.
No.
You on mute now. Whatever your apology was, we couldn't hear it.
I was saying a lot of people, a lot of elders have gotten on me about calling them Miss, Mister. So I want to give respect, you know.
It just came out wrong. That's okay. It's all good. It's all good. It just came out.
It's all good.
Yeah. Okay.
We all lifelong students.
Right. Citizen scientists. Lindsay, what's popping?
Hey, yeah. So I just was wondering what you think about, like I follow this other sidereal astrologer, and she does nothing with the outer planets. And so, like at all, she don't fuck with them. And so I was just wondering, go ahead, please.
Is she accurate?
I don't know. I haven't gotten a reading from her. I just, and it was funny. I was gonna take her class, and I was waiting to come into some extra money, just some extra money to spend. And I had come into some money. I heard you on Clubhouse the night before, and I had come into some money the next day. I said, should I take this class? And my whole body just got like real hot. And I was like, okay, Spirit, I'm taking this class. So, and I didn't take her class, but she speaks very eloquently, but she's hard to understand in all them big words. And so, but I just thought it was interesting that she does not use the outer planets at all.
That's her system. I ain't gonna knock it. I got some sidereal cats. I got some cats who study sidereal and Western. My people, we hit hard with both hands. So if she only wants to fight with one hand and she can still knock you out, then it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But the question always goes back to, is she accurate? After the big words, after the eloquent speaking, can she give me some accuracy? That's what I'm paying for. I ain't paying to be impressed. I'm paying to get cut to the chase, as a matter of fact. So yeah, so that's the piece. So Sister Myra only uses the major arcana. She don't even use she don't even use the other 50 cards in the deck no more. She just using the major arcana and got a hell of a reason why she don't use the rest of them. She don't even deal with no pentacles or wands or cups or swords, just 22 cards in the deck. And trust me, that's getting right up in your face. So, it just depends on what that style is. And maybe you pick me because I'm simple and I'm country and I ain't trying to grow up like this.
Right. No, it's definitely, I mean, I can understand it.
I ain't gonna front, I am accurate. I will bust a watermelon.
All right, well, thank you.
All right, I appreciate you. Thank you. Appreciate it coming through. Angelique and then Ashley. No, Angelique, then Everett, and then Ashley, she get the last question. Angelique was popping.
Hey everyone. My sun sign is Aries, North Node in Taurus.
Come through then.
So my question, because you explained, or you said that the North Node is like the GPS. And I was curious to know if Saturn's placement and your South Node can kind of prevent you from moving towards the North Star, or your...
Nothing can prevent you from doing nothing except your own hard-headedness. Nothing in your chart can stop you from doing anything. Everybody write that down. There is nothing in your chart that will say you can't do something. There is a way. There's always a way because there's magic. So when you find something that's really, really difficult, then you cheat. You don't sit there and play fair with it. You go and be like, all right, because Saturn used to be a person. Saturn used to be our sun. Saturn demands integrity. So how do you get Saturn to work with you in a ritual so you can get where you're going? You go light a candle. Go get you a Saturn candle. Go make you some offerings to Saturn. Saturn is still a god. So how do you get something from Oshun? Honey, oranges, lemonade, flowers. How do you get something from different people? I don't want to get into all that, but you can make an offering to Saturn, which is smart, because he's not compromising, and that's not bribing him. He's looking for respect and integrity. So are you saying that you have like Saturn conjunct South Node?
No, I have I guess the way I'm trying to make sense of it is my North Node in Taurus, and you all talked about arts and I guess resources maybe. And I have a stellium in Sagittarius in the second house. Saturn is there as well. And so I guess I'm trying to make sense of what I'm trying to figure out. What am I ignoring in my chart that is creating where I'm creating challenges for myself with consistent. March 28th.
What year?
86.
What city and state do you live in?
I live right now in Atlanta, Georgia.
You got a time?
8:51 p.m.
Y'all gonna have to stop being so slow on the draw with this AM or PM. Like people don't know you, so you got to put the PM, say it all together in one sentence. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it moving. So you have Venus in Aries, North Node in Taurus, 0 degrees. So you just made it. That means you have South Node in Scorpio. See how they don't show you that? They don't even have a South Node on here. That's one thing you learn immediately in the class is what's the opposite of the North Node? The South Node. What does the South Node mean? Why should you start there? Why is it pivotal? Why does it have so many answers in it? Right?
Hey, Coach, you can show the South Node though on there.
On this one?
Uh-huh.
It should already.
Yeah, you gotta go. Yeah, it's in.
You gotta.
I ain't doing all that. It should already come on there.
It's in the options though. It'll show it.
Nah, man. That's like I said about the white boys. The white boys don't want you to do that. No. They don't want you to know where your South Node is at. You know. And over here, I show you how to see in the dark. I knew where it was at. And I ain't got to put it up there because I can see in the dark. You understand? Basic math. So I'm trying to teach this to a 6-year-old how to see in the dark. So, so when you talk, so what was your question again? Now that I can see what I'm looking at.
So I guess financial stability and just stability is what I'm struggling with. I'm very creative, but it's just the stability and the consistency that I'm challenged with.
Yeah, what if you ain't supposed to have a stable life? Who told you that you're supposed to have a stable life? I'm waiting.
Well, I'm a mother.
What's that got to do with anything? No, you ain't. Before you was a mother, you was a spiritual being having a human experience. Your chart doesn't mean that. So what, you had a baby? That don't mean you're supposed to have stability because you had a baby. It didn't change your birthday.
That's a thought.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. You got the thought that because your daughter didn't change your birthday when you had your child, did you? Or your child didn't change your birthday?
No, he didn't. He did not. No.
Did they change your blood type?
I don't think so.
Okay, then. Well, then you got to deal with what we're looking at up on the screen right here.
Okay.
So somebody told you you're supposed to have stability. No, you're supposed to be able to flow and understand what you're looking at. Just like your child supposed to understand stability has been able to look at this and say, oh, I got it. Not how much money I'm making. Stability is, where is the creator in my chart? How do I get closer to the creator? Because the creator got more resources than everybody I know and don't know. The creator is in your North Node. because he is spirit. That's why it's called your spiritual destiny. So they ain't got nothing to do with where your Saturn is at and all this other stuff until you understand what direction you are heading and where are you coming from. What messages does your South Node in Scorpio hold for you? Ain't got South Node in Scorpio ain't got nothing to do with you being a mama. But it's got something to do about your history. So now we got to go and find out who told you that you're supposed to have some sort of stability and where they get it from and why'd you believe them so fast? Because they kept telling you over and over again. They used to tell me money don't grow on trees. That's a damn lie.
Listen.
That's a damn lie. I got a whole ritual for a money tree. I can, you come to the A and pull up right now, I'll take you, get a flashlight, I go show you a money tree.
Can I also add something?
Yes, ma'am.
Hold on. Angelique, just to kind of help you to feel better, you have a Uranus trine Venus. So changes were going to come with you and your money regardless. It's literally in your chart. And it's in a fire element. So I'm sorry.
Some sound effects. I wish I had some sound effects right now for my niggas when they start going in. It's okay, don't worry. When I open my podcast back up, it's just gonna be me and y'all, and the sound effects gonna be going crazy. Look, I won't even paying attention to that, even though it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? So you yeah, how you supposed to be happy in the flow, but somebody told you that it's supposed to be constant and it's supposed to be this and it's supposed to be that. Psych your face.
And it's funny, she said, her mom said that, and her moon sign is in a fixed sign. I love astrology, man.
So, Coach, how does this relate to the royal god astrology since all her planets are in the prince and the queen?
Well, talk that talk. Ooh, look at him. Look at him cheating. Okay, so there we go. That's what I'm talking about. So what is the prince's function, Corey?
He's the initiator.
And what is the queen's function?
She's the nurturer.
And so, that's it. That's it. That's it. Stay simple. Now watch this. So, and planets are called what?
Teachers.
Professors.
Professors.
So she has, and what if you don't have any professors in a classroom? What does that mean?
Can't remember.
There's not a lot
you
of
graduated that class.
Hey, one mic. It's Corey. So I'm gonna switch the question. What happens if a teacher what happens if a professor is in the classroom?
And you need to pay attention to it because there's a lesson to be learned.
And who decided that the professor was gonna be in that classroom?
The dean of the university.
And his name is Corey.
Yeah. Whoever's chart it is in the center, right?
So she decided to put these professors in the first 6 houses predominantly, right?
Yep.
That means that's where she need the most work at, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the houses that don't have any planets in 7 through 12, that means she already took care of that in a prior lifetime, right?
Yeah.
If her rising sign is right.
It's correct.
We ain't rectified that yet, but if we assuming, so that means she needs attention in initiating things and nurturing
things.
And we ain't even called one planet. Corey called that. That's a whole reading. That, my ladies and gentlemen, that is royal god astrology, what he just pulled out. That's nasty. Very good, Corey. Very good. He ain't said nothing about no Saturn. He ain't said nothing about no North Node. He went straight to the basics. He went to the elements, which is fire and water. Prince is fire, queen is water. You decided to put all these planets and these professors in these 2 areas. So what you don't need to be focusing on is what the king is doing and what the daughter is doing. You already covered the abundance because Cinderella is the money. So that's already covered. You got Leo ruling the 10th house. Stand up. Shake something. You ain't supposed to be in the back. even though you got a Scorpio rising where you like, but that's if you are a Scorpio rising. We're not sure. But if we look at her, she wearing the hood right now inside, and she don't even she might not be wanting people to peep her. You know what I'm saying? She
Yeah, I'm
covering
real
up.
private. I don't know. It's interesting because I used to go to readers some years ago, and every like well, it was like 4 different readers. And before I would sit down and say, "Are you a Scorpio?" And I didn't know what a moon sign was or rising sign. So, you
Yeah,
know.
I mean, and you got Pluto and the moon in Scorpio. So that's back to when somebody asking about aspects. Pluto is like multiplying the moon times 50, 100, 200, sitting in there side by side.
So what do you say about
Joker.
having multiple professors in the classroom?
Say that again.
So what do you say about having multiple professors in the same classroom?
You didn't get the lesson the last time. That's what happened. Just regular old school. When you have to repeat a course, you hire those professors to help you with that lesson.
Got you.
Yeah, you put them professors there. It won't know, nobody has a random chart. That's why there's no such thing as a premature baby. The doctor said it was premature. Slap him in the face with a 38. That's how I feel. You do that. Corey, stop laughing. So I just want to get his attention. That's all I'm saying, Corey. I just want to make sure he's paying attention the next time he tells somebody that the baby is premature and what happened. So he won't spit that out his mouth no more. God got something to do with all of this. Your chart is divine. There's no accidents. There's no accidents. You picked it. So then you live it. Just like your blood type. Just like you being reincarnating in America in a capitalistic society. You came here because you wanted to get the bag. If you want to be broke, you'd have been born in India or some third world country or South Korea or something. Let's get some money. That's what you incarnated here for. If I go overseas and into a broke country and you want to be broke, that's another thing. But you decided to incarnate in the richest soil on the planet. Then you want to tell me, I want to live off the grid. The money gonna fall. The system is gonna crumble. Phil Valentine owed me an apology. Anybody see him, tell him bring me mine. Because I believe that bullshit, pardon my French and for cursing, long 25 years ago. And guess what? The dollar still ain't crashed. Bitcoin about to go to 40,000 tonight. These niggas out here trying to tell y'all, be scared. This is not the scared Negro class either. So if it's somebody who's a scared Negro and you bought the class and you got a problem with what I said about Phil Valentine, hurry up and hit me so I can send you a refund. Period. He don't even teach astrology. He don't want to see me. He does not. Tell him all what I said. Means nothing. I ain't taking no shots, but I'm not running from nobody. Nobody. Anybody can get it. That's a fact.
Your bull
I
came
wanted
out.
to ask real quick, what was the website for the geographical astrological blueprint?
What module are you on? What module are you on?
I haven't signed up yet. I'm jumping ahead of myself.
You jump ahead of everybody.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You want to?
That's the Aries. That because I'm an Aries sun. That's just the Aries in us. We got to calm down a little bit. Yeah, that's just the Aries.
That's fine. It's no, take that Aries and get on these fundamentals. Attack them fundamentals. Play your scales before you want to play the whole song. You play the scales. Bum, 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 bum. Again.
I see what you did there.
What?
With I felt like that was a Libra thing with that Aries balancing out that energy, playing the scales.
Oh, well, I am psychic. I do that.
He didn't mean to do it, but he meant to do it.
That's my rising.
I got one question. Again, you were talking earlier in like the first part of the class, you mentioned where we could go and print out the blank charts. Could you tell me that again?
Are you in the course?
Yes.
So you on module 2, week 2.
Yes. I'm on module 2. I just finished module 1. So
At the
I'm
top, right here.
oh, where my pen go?
You don't need a pen. All you gotta do is just look. Look at the screen. Just watch the screen. Go to.
Oh, okay. It's on the site.
Yeah, and then go right there. Hit download. Keep it simple.
My bad.
What's the name of the course? What's the name of the course? Keep it
Keep
simple.
it simple.
Yeah. I ain't getting ready to work you until later. Right now, I'm trying to get you just to come on in here and think something sweet. Later on, we'll start working. You'll be some push-ups and running and all that and jumping jacks. But you can go look at other. You can go look at other ones you want. I like them when they hand drawn though. Me personally,
And another thing for me personally, I'm wanting to have surgery this year. Being able to look at your my chart, it would tell me like the best time to schedule that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. After you get your basics and your fundamentals down.
Got it.
All righty. Everett, you back in a good spot now? You had something you want to add?
Yeah, I'm driving now. I'm back in the mobile office. I want to keep this short because it's about to be 3 hours. We're trying to cut this down. But shout out to everybody that is signed up for the course, took the course, coming back, returning students. For me, he has said this over and over and over. And sometimes if we shut our own mouths and open our ears and actually listen, he drops a lot of knowledge, golden nuggets. He might repeat himself a few times, but the knowledge is there. I have a son and he's a Scorpio son. I know that he tries my Pisces. So me and him get along real cool. But add in human design on top of that for every parent in here, you tend to understand a lot more when you combine it with astrology. And as I learned, when astrology is in the midst of things, it can enhance everything else behind it. So when Oyi talks about astrology basics first, then going over to human design, he knows what he's talking about. Yes, human design is the heroin and it will get you addicted real quick. But knowing the basics behind it, it says a lot. And listening saves lives. We are at the right place at the right time. And Oyi, thank you for having this and adding this to the repertoire I will be adding up underneath my belt. I hope everybody's ready for what Oyi is about to do, because he's about to change the game for a lot of us and for our family's family and their family's family. So share this with your kids. If your parents want to come and share it with them, drop this knowledge on them. It's some serious shit that's about to go down. Thank you, everyone. See y'all in class.
Easy facts. I can't really, it's hard for me to come behind right there. Appreciate that, King. Anybody else? Ashley, with another question. I love my A students. Yes, ma'am. Or did you put your hand?
He came through with the mic drop. I was like, well, damn, I may just not need to say nothing else. I appreciate you saying that, Everett, too. Facts. But you've mastered yourself, and that's clear, right? And that's where I'm trying to get to.
Who, Everett?
You, I'm talking about you. So
I was about to say, damn, thank you. I was about to be you. I'm asking myself.
Well, I want to, when I get to know you better, I'm sure I'll be able to say that. I know, like, you know, when I get to know you better, I'm sure I'll say that. I'm trying to say that for everybody, right? Because that should be our goal, right? But so with you are, you know, predominantly Western, I know, astrology, and I know you talked about mixing both, which I really am drawn to Vedic. Like, Western hooked me in, but Vedic really got me. But I'm trying to, like, when you talk about the North Node and the destiny, like, I'm trying to hone in on who I am from the creator's perspective and what my real destiny is.
When you gonna take some mushrooms?
Yeah. You mean round 2? Because I already got it for the round 1.
What was round 1? How many grams?
5.
So then, what's the protocol?
I mean, yeah, I guess I would be.
When you taking 7?
5, 7, 9. So you don't finish 1/3 of the course and figured everything out. You have to take the whole course. 5 grams, 28 days or more. 7 grams, 28 days or more. 9 grams. So you ain't gonna get it from just Vedic astrology or just tropical astrology. You're gonna have to add, where did astrology come from? The entheogens. So some things is gonna be intangible. Okay?
Facts. That's all. Say less. Got it.
Don't nobody ask me about no 3.5 in here either. Okay? You can ask about microdosing and you can ask about getting down. Don't ask about nothing else.
Yo, oh, them 10 grams took you to another level.
Wait a minute. Did the bank have something to say? Excuse me? What you say?
Yo, them 10 grams took it to a whole nother level. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What? No, what? Oh, you in the double digit club. 5 to get in, 5 to get upstairs. You on mute.
Whole nother level, I ain't gonna lie to you.
You can't lie to me, not now.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I mean, when you mix and put everything together, this is like knowledge that'll keep you on course, but you always want to stay in a mode of learning. But the shrooms is the devil in the details. The shrooms, depending on how you feeling, is what helps you understand where you are. Like, it doesn't lie to you. However you're feeling that you don't share with everybody else, that's what's going to be revealed to you at that time. So the information you get from that, I only can speak from my experiences, but the information I got from that was so detailed that it makes all of this make sense. Like, the aspects or everything within this time continuum that takes a long time to process. When you on shrooms, it's instant, aha moments. Like, it's a nonstop aha moments for 5-6 hours. Like, I get that. And it's like, because you're not operating within this 4, dimension, it's like, it's hard to explain without getting too deep, but because you're not operating within earthly law, once you step out of that on the shroom, it's like you're getting so much information so much quicker than you would studying a course or understanding 1 + 1 is 2. It comes to you, so quickly, especially on the higher doses. The message becomes even more defined.
So you saying it's like when you already added the moon magic and then the P365 and then the astrology, and then you came and poured the mushroom icing over the top. They just was like, oh, this is what you want me to play with. This is what we're doing tonight.
Like, when you studying all of these things, the perspective you're studying it from is if you don't know it. But on the shrooms, it's you help create all of this. Like, this is you. It shows you exactly how you put this into play. Like, you thought of this, nigga. Like, it's like, it reminds you who you are. Like, you helped design this. How could you not know this? You already know this. So it's more of a sped up knowledge. You know what I mean? So it's just you need to take all of these things in for the mundane and study so you're sharp and that your swords are sharp. So when you step into other realms of reality, because whether you know it or not, all the decisions that you make or don't make is happening in parallel universes regardless. So whatever you play out here, the opposite is still playing out in another realm of reality. So when you on the shrooms, you may see that. You know, you may have to visit, like, you may have to go catch wreck up there. So it's a lot of, it's, you know, I just encourage people to just stay on the path no matter what.
Fizzy facts. Baba Kalindi said that we created the mushrooms from where we are, which is before time. We come from magic, not time. And we create it as a mnemonic device, a mnemonic memory device to help us do what you just said. So now we can remember. This joker sitting over here, he like to gobble down 20 grams. He like to drop 12, wait 5 days, maybe 3 days, and he want to drop 21 grams. And then he like to go outside. Yes, that's, you jokers out here crazy, yo. But I mean, but they're the good kind of crazy, because then he come back, he got all the sense, and he just be like, oh, you see this right here? He come over to my house and be like, yeah, look at this, something I brought back from the Dominican Republic. He done went over this way on 12 grams, then on 20, and then describing something in my house on 4. So how the thing just come, you know what I'm saying? We don't really know. That's why, like Hov said, you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. You just need to submit and relax. Submit and relax. This is just a part of it. You know what I'm saying? This is not the final piece. I ain't that dope. I'm just here with my piece to be like, hey, I got my hand in here. You come step. I'm gonna toss you up here to that right there. You know what I'm saying? It's just another form of special forces. Can you put your foot right here? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get you where you going. I'm gonna get you closer than where you are right now. And I might put my hand, you know what I'm saying, up under your butt, just to make sure that somebody else up there can grab you and help you further along. And then
There was just a question that asks, you know, how can you remember the trip? And for me, I can only speak from my experience again, but for me, it's like, how can you forget the trip? You can't forget it. It's you. It's like, for me, you know, I've keep leveling up. I remember each one. You know, I remember each.
You a Pisces, he a Pisces ass though, a cheating ass. Of course, a Pisces would be able to remember more of the trip than us Tauruses. Baba Clinton told me to keep going back. He was like, you got to keep going back. So once again, your astrology chart, Pisces rules the dream state. It rules other dimensions. It's a Neptunian thing. So of course he's having a ball. Kalindi's a Pisces, 40, 50 grams of mushrooms. Me, I don't know if I'm gonna get to 40. I ain't sure. I don't know about all that there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see what it's like at 20-ish.
It's a good time, man.
I know it's a good time. I know it's a good time at 20. I heard about the stories, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
40? 40, bro. Like,
who did 40 grams?
The God, Baba Kalindi. Did 50. That's almost 2 onions, and ate them too. No tea. He consumed them.
I'm a baby on this. I'm
Listen,
pretty scared.
okay.
Y'all got to take me, boy, like baby steps. One thing at a time.
This is not a pressure sale. Whoever that is talking, this is not a pressure sale. We gonna you ain't gotta do nothing. We ain't forcing nothing on nobody. We just letting you know what's available. That's all.
How can I get some? I'm in Houston.
Fine, that's good. Just shoot some DMs, but you know, everybody listening to this right here, so you know,
I will definitely do that.
We handle some things different ways. You know, you dig?
Oh, I got you. I'll be hitting your box up. I will.
I have a question. Oh shit.
Yes, ma'am. This is the last question too, because I got to.
I know.
I'm finna go pause myself. Yes, ma'am. What you got? Yes.
Do you suggest taking them by yourself, or should you have somebody with you?
Man, it's so many of my mycology students in here. I'm gonna go ahead and answer because they gonna tell you.
I'll answer real quick.
Yeah, you all scared.
So what you want to do, you want to find yourself a sitter. And make sure you go in with the right setting preferably at night, by yourself, 5 grams to start, fasting for about 4 to 5 hours before, and make sure your sitter understands they're not supposed to be no touching you. They're just there to assist you and to make sure you sit your ass down and you enjoy this trip. That's my short version.
I had a bad trip in high school. No, I'm sorry.
You had a challenge.
No, it was high school.
You had a challenging experience. You never had a bad trip. You just had a challenging experience.
That's true.
Or didn't you say make sure that your phone, that they take the phone too? I remember you saying that. Like make sure the phone is taken away so you're not calling people.
As soon as you walk in the door, let me get that. And that's just on your first 3 trips. This joker over here, I don't know what he do with his telephone. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he be on his phone. He a different type of he a different type of person, but he's already passed his initiation. So once you pass your initiation, then you can do things differently. But as a beginner, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You cannot have your telephone while you riding out. We're not doing that. Nor your keys, nor any guns, nor any knives. None of that. No, or fire. Or fire.
That as well.
Say that again?
Isn't it highly suggested for like your first couple of times to be inside as well?
First 3 times, 5, 7, and 9, please go in. Please stay inside. Please stay inside. Okay, please stay inside. All right. Now that's a please. If you would like to just jump to double digits on your first try and start outside, as famous Dr. Nardi's words, I will not be there when your cells retaliate. I ain't gonna be there. So I done already told you how to get these breakthroughs in a really common sense method. Once you go against this common sense stuff that I give you, it's time for joke central. Then it's time for me to joke you. I'm gonna clown you. I ain't got nothing to say, nothing. Especially I have it written out. So for like people who I help, I have the whole thing written out. It is in bold and all that. If you don't follow that, you can't read. You get what you get. So yes. Did I answer your question, Lindsay? Is that good? All righty. Okay, if all hearts and minds is clear, was you about to say something, Ms. Wilson?
No, just thank you. I appreciate everyone. This was very, very fun. I enjoyed everybody. I just appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Peace. C, what you got? You good?
Nah, I'm honored. Thank you, man, so much. So honored. Especially be up here.
Well, you came out here stunting. I ain't reading people's charts and stuff. I don't need to care. Get out to that teamwork, make the dream work. All right. I think that's my since we finna be out of here. As customary, I found you in peace. I'm gonna leave you in prayer. Everybody sit up straight, spine straight, shoulders relaxed, feet flat on the floor. Nice slow inhale through the nose, stomach expanding. Slow exhale out the mouth. Navel going back towards the spine. Slow inhales. Really slow exhales. Anabako Gijalakimenka, Tatia Tezera, Kabel Rana, Ramcha Sagvanu, Tahara Nunara, Nagibor, the Shea Ygadeka, Kawabasham, Barkum Tower, Raka made to Zika Taker to meet Gamblin, Kasim Kadosh, Baru, Tufka, Nahel Lada Taker, Yakib Gael, Lamcha Panezo, Craig Katushka Taker, Shavatanu Kabel, Ushma, Dizakatanu, Yodea Talamo, Baruk Shem, Kobomakuto, Alam Vaed. Y'all be cool out here. Stay relaxed. Keep stunting on them. Don't never turn your light down for nobody. They can buy a pair of shades or you can blind them. It's their choice. But you keep doing God's work. Keep being great. Oh man, I forgot to even talk about the Dream Warrior joint. Golly. Jen the Rainmaker. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm tired now. So I did a video the other day. So I would just say go to my YouTube channel and watch this video, Peace to the Family. This video says 5 magical things you must do in 2021. What up, everybody? How you? Just watch this video. Straight up. This is some next level stuff. It's not too far next level, but all of y'all can handle it. But I highly suggest that y'all watch this video. Follow Jen on Instagram. Anybody messing with the entheogens, that's like a must. Boom, look, as soon as I hit it, she right there. Dream warriors go to the right in our dreams because it represents precious knowledge and wisdom, having the willpower and discipline of a warrior and a path clear of obstacle to reach our greatest destiny. I'm really taking this so I can extend like where I go in my entheogenic journeys and in my awakened state of consciousness too, because it is about what you bring back. Remember what 50 Cent said, it ain't about what you cop, it's about what you keep. So yeah, please check out this page. Go up here to the link in the bio and the Dream U University info and waiting list. Highly suggest that you click on this, watch this 30-minute video, and then get on the waiting list. If you have a corporate job, I didn't even know that health savings account. Some of you have a health savings account that could pay for your coaching, or flex pay that could pay for your coaching that you have with the company that you work with. So yeah, I would just peep this right here as soon as possible. All right, fam, appreciate that. Thank you, Capri, thank you, Bex. Everybody stayed to the end, 35 people. Y'all really must be crazy out here. Alexandria, what you eating on over there? I see you. Okay, that's it. We're gonna holler. On the count of 3, everybody take their mics off mute and say peace. 1, 2, 3.
Peace.
Peace.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Give thanks.
Good night, Thank you, everybody. Coach.
Good night.